Hello, everyone.
Hi,
We are
everyone.
changing it up for tonight. We're going to play a little Pokemon Unite.
Sweet.
I thought that perhaps the people out there would maybe enjoy a little change of pace.
I do. Oh, man. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Everyone have a good Christmas.
Merry
Really hope you
Christmas
did.
indeed. Indeed.
I had a good Christmas.
Did you? That's good.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad. I'm glad that your Christmas was great. Hopefully, everything else is great as well.
Yeah. What's wrong? Of course. Just
Alrighty, just flipped over.
Just so good.
Good.
Yeah. You're a Decidueye.
So, just in case everyone doesn't know, Tyler's whole thing is to say it as wrong as possible so that I want to throw up. Decidueye,
Oh.
that's EYE, which is I, as in I have two eyes. Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
that's what it looks like.
That's that's right. I knew that.
It looks like an owl to me.
Well, yeah, that's just its name. Like you're a human, but your name is Tyler.
Oh.
Oh, I got that.
Oh.
I think you're a liar.
Oh, man.
Oh, you spit Russell.
Mike, I heard a dirty joke today, and I so want to tell it.
Christian channel. You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait. I want to
okay.
tell you
All right,
so
I'll
bad,
wait.
though.
All right, I'll wait until after.
That's pretty funny.
It'll make you laugh.
I want to say all the dirty jokes. Tyler, dirty jokes don't exist.
Yeah, I know.
This is a Christian channel with nothing other than that. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
You're right. You're right. I will not. I'll be thinking of this joke the whole time because the punchline is a Pokemon. So.
Oh, good. I was thinking, I was like, maybe we should just continue the story. And I was like, nah, let's change it up just a little bit. I think that people will think that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It is fun.
Miss.
Run. Fly away.
Fly away. Oh,
Why are they all dressed up?
oh, that's there's different skins. So like when I run Pikachu, I either run hip hop Pikachu or kimono Pikachu. My Decidueye, when my Decidueye becomes Decidueye, he'll have a top hat and a monocle because he's fancy. My favorite.
Gotcha.
It's definitely one of my favorite. We're getting swarmed.
Help.
Help! Oh man,
I need backup.
There's no help coming. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
He just runs away.
And you were able to defend your circle.
Yeah, not the first one. That one's long gone. So, I got to master rank. How was it? Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday was Christmas, right? So I got there before I went to my parents' house.
Yesterday.
Just playing Pikachu. I did nothing else. So I started at Ultra 5, and then I just Pikacha'd it the whole way and got to Master Rank. As soon as I got to Master Rank, I turned... I decided I wanted to play Decidueye. Just, you know, just kind of for a change of pace. Has not been going well. I probably should have stuck with Pikachu.
Nice.
But, you know
how
it be.
You don't grow without adversity.
Right.
Yeah. So,
well, and I like Decidueye. Decidueye is way more technical to play because you actually have to aim, whereas like Pikachu is kind of like you can kind of be dumb to play Pikachu because his Electaball just follows, like it's homing. Whereas like this, I actually have to like aim it.
Right.
And you have to be you have to be able to put distance a lot better. With Decidueye. So it's just fun, I feel, to play it. Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're both dead.
Oh. Good aim.
I feel like it didn't take me as long as it has before to get. Oh, we're not gonna get it in time. Shoot. Oh well, that's
nice.
Fine. It took me. I don't feel like it was as hard this time to get to master rank. I feel like, oh my gosh, I will say though, 3 times I needed one more win to get master rank. And I didn't.
Didn't get it.
And then you lose, 2 in a row. So then you have to win 3 in a row because of how the diamonds work, And so there was a couple times that I was stuck at Ultra 1. I never got out. I never D-ranked, though. That's what I say. It's like, it felt like it was a little easier because I never, usually I'll like D-rank once or, twice from like, 3 to 1 or whatever. Or from 1 to 2 or what have you.
Right.
But this time I didn't D-rank once. And I was like, I'm either getting better or something I just did well. I don't know. Well, and like, it's like I say, Pikachu is like, he's not hard to play like at all.
Right.
And so it's, if you're good, like if you what I mean by that is just, if you're able to space well and you know when to take certain objectives, then you'll be fine. It's not, ain't really no thing.
Or you just suck at this game.
That also could be true. Hey, I master rank. Not everyone gets to master rank. So you can shut it there, fatso.
You're right. I have never been master rank.
Yeah.
I have never been master rank.
Yeah. Take that, Chubs. Oh, where are you?
Did you get him?
I did.
This is a shot in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Yum.
Either that or maybe I just got a singular Pokemon. Cool. Either way, I'm going to say that I got him. So, and he's going to get me.
It's a fox.
It's a fox thing. Oh. You missed. Oh, I'm guessing he's taking... No, he's not. Interesting. I thought he'd be ripping. Oh, I hate you. I hate this Pokemon the most.
Yeah.
He is a butt. Oh, get away. Oh, I'm dead. I died.
He's a box.
Yeah, he's basically. He's just a walking brick is what he is. That's all that looks guy like. Is. Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Oh, man.
All right. We'll go.
So what'd you get for Christmas?
I got so I I have the Charmeleon. I have the Charizard and the Blastoise evolution set. I got Venusaur. Oh, Venus. Speaking of Venusaur. Oh. This was not a good game.
Kaboom, kaboom.
Oh, this was not a good game. Oh, good. That Leafeon. What a tool. He did very well against me this game.
Just rocking it.
Like I said, playing Decidueye is a lot more fun, but I wouldn't say I'm good at him. In fact, I would say I'm pretty poopy. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, it
you
wasn't.
leveled up. You got it.
Oh, and they surrendered.
Sweet.
See? Everything was fine. Everything was fine.
And they're like, this stupid Decidueye.
So you know what's funny? My kids watch, the Kingdom Hearts video. And so they refer to Keyblades as Keyblades. So we were at dinner and so my kids have 3 set of grandparents now because of, Avery's paternal grandparents are like they're in our lives. And so like we go to we do everything just like any normal grandparent does with them as well. And they're like, well, we want to take you to Disney World in the summer. And it's like, oh, that's cool. And so Jamie knows that, put the connection and he's like, are they going to sell Keyblades at Disney World? and Brittany like cracks up because she's like, Keyblade. It's so funny. So that's how they refer to it, is Keyblades.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's great.
I thought you would get a kick out of that.
Were the grandparents like, what?
Yeah, it's like, Keyblade? That's not even a word, let alone. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
I thought it was pretty good.
I'm trying to get my kids into watching our show. And they're like, you're just not funny, Dad. I'm like, well, you guys are jerks.
Do you want to eat tonight? My kids think we're way funny. They love us.
I'm always like, and they're always watching some YouTuber that's just screaming and narrating what's going on the screen, and I'm like, this is boring. He's just screaming at you, telling you what's happening on the screen.
Right.
And I'm like, dude,
we're better than that.
Yeah. Not as much views as that dude.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. Like, kids.
Yeah, we need to get a marketing department is what we need.
Oh my gosh.
That's like our whole problem.
Yep. Oh man. Or we should put Keyblade.
Yeah. Like a dictionary definition, something like that. That'd be funny. And then have like the pronunciation of it. That'd be
Just says
funny.
Keyblade, but it's pronounced Keyblade.
That'd be way funny. I like that. That's good. That's cute. Hi, Pikachu. I normally play you.
You're adorable.
Ah! I'm gonna die! Oh, dang it.
He trapped me.
Oh, I play him all the time and it still happened. Silly me. Silly.
I do like this game. This game is fun. I like Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one to go back to when you just need a break from the other ones that we're playing. Yeah, stay with us. Stay here.
So I watched an episode of something on Netflix called like Arcanine or Arcanine. It said it was based off the game League of Legends. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, I've seen
Arcane.
Yeah,
You were just saying a Pokemon, by the way.
Oh.
Arcanine is a Pokemon.
Oh, right.
Arcane. Yeah,
Arcane.
Arcane's good. The art's really good.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It's super interesting.
Reminds me of Borderlands.
Oh yeah.
Kind of
Yeah, I
that
can
art
see
style.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
But I only watched the first episode. I'm like, what
Well,
does
it's
this
crazy
have
like
to do?
Borderlands 2.
Yeah. I'm like, what does this have to do with League of Legends? It more looks like Borderlands to me.
Well, in League of Legends, there is there's a huge deep lore to League of Legends. Like it's pretty cool. But they, you don't really the game itself is not the League of Legends game as you play it is not lore, super lore based. It's a game that it's like this, it's a competitive. It's the number one game in the world. Again this year, the best game. Well, I can't remember the category what it is, but whatever the category it is, it won Game of the Year again. Yeah,
Wow.
probably esports. Yeah, probably the best esport game. So it's it's very well known to be
The really sad thing is that Halo could have been what League of Legends is.
Oh, for sure. Had they made it competitive in a way that was similar to League of Legends, like the way teams are built and
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, why don't you just kill me? Jeez.
Just everyone's like, him.
That one.
We're going after
and
him.
Lucario's down bot getting jungle. Good job, Lucario. What are we doing? Oh my god.
Where is he going?
I don't know.
Not to help.
Yeah, run away, Pikachu. You little stupid
Smart.
rat.
He's a mouse.
He's a mouth? Okay.
So, yeah, I was like, League of Legends is like this, I know there's lore behind Pokemon, but that's because Pokemon was a show first.
Well, it was a game first.
It was?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the game was first. And then the cards came. And they just did a phenomenal job with marketing. That's why it became what it was. But yeah, the first premise were the games, the yellow, red, blue, and in Japan they had green as well.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought the show with Ash.
No, they were just super smart because they were like, okay, how are we gonna capitalize on all of these things? Oh, you're dead!
Yes!
Oh, sniped you! Called that out before I let it loose. Kobe. See, way more satisfying. Way more satisfying when you get a kill with Decidueye. You're like, yeah, I'm the best.
You're like, you're like, buckle up, Legolas.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Ah, Pikachu! You stupid! He literally sacrificed himself so that he could kill me. He was like, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna get you. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's ultimate trolling right there.
For
just
sure.
You
He's
know
just
what? I don't care.
I know you're streaming right now. And I am gonna mess it up for you. So good.
It's like, this is gonna be a win.
This is gonna be epic.
He's like in the middle of a fight and sees you. He's like, oh, this is gonna be
yeah. Good. I know who I'm gonna get. Pretty funny.
Filled you out.
Oh, he sure did. He did a good job too. It's like, I know what I'm doing.
Oh man.
Yeah, he hit me with his Unite move, and he stunned me with Volt Tackle. And I'm just like, well, this is death, I guess.
Why does your team want to surrender?
Well, because they're babies.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about
And
right.
it hasn't really been going great. We've been making a lot of, let's say, stupid plays to be nice. Now all 5 of them are trying to get that one circle, and they're gonna do it. Whee!
Well, that is quite the fight.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna jump in too.
Yay!
Yay! Whee! Oh, that was stupid. I just wanted to join them.
That Pokemon is like, yes, Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
Pikachu sees you get jump right in the
I thought
middle.
Lucario was coming too, and he's like, "No, screw you guys. I'm not going."
Oh well, backup's gone.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I did have a spotter. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
How
man,
about we
you
just
are
die
getting
all
rocked.
the time? This was not a good game. No, brother. Lucario's just out. Lucario's just like, I am done.
Yep.
We haven't lost yet.
You still have 2 minutes left. Minute 30. You're good.
Oh, now we're dead. Who was not? Oh, Pikachu! Every time. that little jerk.
Who's this Pikachu dude? Like, what does he have against you?
I don't know. He was just like, I know who I'm going after.
Oh man. Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a good one. Let's surrender now. This isn't appropriate. This is an appropriate time to give in.
So you got
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
You got some Lego sets? Some new
Yeah,
Lego
so I got
sets?
Venusaur
Okay.
to finish the trio. I
Cool.
got this hat, and I'm wearing this beanie.
Oh, cool.
I got
Have you been watching any of their games?
yeah, because they just put them on basic TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just channel 16. So the Jazz and the Utah Hockey Club are just channel 14 and 16. So you don't even have to buy anything to watch them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's go back to Pikachu just to see if it's me or if it's him.
I haven't watched any of the Jazz.
Oh, they're terrible.
Yeah.
I've only
That's what
watched
I've
them with Jamie to just get him interested in, watching sports with me.
Uh-huh.
That's literally the only reason I do it.
Yeah.
Because they are terrible.
Do you remember how religious we were about watching
Oh, I know.
NBA TNT?
Watch it at least once a week. At least. We watched almost every playoff game.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
we would put we'd make our own little bets on it and take each other out for food.
Yeah.
No, it
What
was
was
way
that?
fun.
Like
And that
2012
was
during
that was the Westbrook, Durant. And
the
Harden year.
Uh-huh.
And then yeah. All right, hip hop or kimono? Which one do you want, Tyler? That's kimono.
Kimono.
All right.
I like kimono.
Let's go the kimono route. But no, that's what's so frustrating is
Do you know viewership is down 50%?
That's what I heard.
In the NBA.
That's
No
nuts.
one wants to watch it.
No. Well, and that's the thing is like, so yesterday, they have the Christmas games. And I turned on the NFL.
Yeah.
Like
I went to Netflix.
And those were terrible games.
Yeah.
Like they were terrible.
Yeah.
And I still watched those.
The whole thing.
Over I didn't watch any NBA. None.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like I watch the college football, so like I'll watch BYU in Colorado Saturday. And I feel like there was a good game tomorrow, but I can't remember why. And Utah's not even like in a bowl game.
Right.
And I'm still watching. Yeah, and like I'll watch the Super Bowl. I'll do a Super Bowl party just like I always do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nuts. It's just nuts to me to think like I can't watch the NBA for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I've been watching X, videos of like them it's literally like watching pickup ball.
Right.
It's like watching pickup basketball, but just with better athletes.
Right.
And it's like, this is not entertaining.
Yeah.
Like it is so boring.
There's so much wrong with it. But everyone I hear talking about it, it's like the problem is the 3-point shot. And it's like, no, that's not. That's not. It's the B tier level player that gets paid $30 million a year and doesn't care about his performance. Also, the B tier level player isn't like reprimanded for talking to the refs or half-assing,
right?
Right. Or just like not doing anything,
right?
So they'll shoot a shot, miss it 50% of the time, and jog back and forth, and that's it. Like they won't play defense,
right? Yeah, it's not.
And everyone's like, "Oh, it's a 3-point line."
Can you imagine Sloan?
Yeah.
Like coaching in this era.
Yeah.
He would lose his mind.
Yeah.
Like absolutely lose it.
Like Popovich is there for the money right now. Like that's it. He's
such a like what a
he's
total tool. Yeah.
He's a tool.
He's a huge tool.
And
another reason not to like the Spurs.
I
already had enough reasons now. He just gives
so
me
many
more.
reasons to hate the Spurs. But that was back in like the good times when NBA was fun.
Right.
But there was
I told you, Pikachu all the way, bro.
Yeah.
Pikachu!
So I watched like 3 different videos this week of everyone talking about their different theories of why the NBA sucks.
Yeah, because it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like no one can, like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, what do other people think it is?
So,
because I've heard like the woke thing. I've heard the 3-point shot. I've heard a lot of stuff like that, and it's just like, I don't know.
I'm like, I don't think it's the woke thing because the NFL went a little woke. They dabbled in it. They put their toes and fingers in it.
Right.
And then they're like, nah, this isn't for us, which is fine. We're forgiving.
Right.
Like, we'll watch them. We'll watch the NFL all
and
day.
The thing is like, that's what's so funny is like, we want to watch this stuff. Like, like we literally want to be entertained. That's why when movies are terrible, like we hate it.
Yeah.
Because we want to be entertained.
Right.
Like we want things to be good. And that's what's so funny is it's like, they just, it's all these, important people.
Yeah. And everyone's
they don't understand, like, they just totally don't understand, like, why they're not liked and why people hate him. And it's like, it's really not that difficult a thing to, like, understand, guys.
Right.
Like, the product is bad. That's why we don't watch. Like,
yeah. And it's like,
well, I think it has something to do with their affiliation with the WNBA.
Yeah.
Because of the stupidity of what they did there too. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And it could be really good.
Yeah.
Like if they would just lean into Clark and let her be her, they would make money hand over fist.
Yeah. I mean, Clark's ratings were up there with the NBA at times.
Right.
Like she rivaled them.
Right.
Which is incredible statement.
Yeah. Right.
But another was like load management and the wokeness of it and the politics of just like, could you imagine a player being completely MAGA, in the NBA, like
well,
a
you had
star?
Guy, you had that one guy that did it, right? That wrote a book. But I don't even remember his name.
Yeah.
Not any disrespect to him, but that's literally like how little I watch the NBA now.
Yeah.
I used to watch the NBA and know everything about everyone.
Right.
Like, especially during the Stockton Malone era. That's what I got. You see the little NBA Jam thing up there? That's another thing I got this year. The Funko Pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Stockton and Malone.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another theory. Do you know how many basketball games John Stockton missed in his whole career?
It was 16?
6.
Yeah, something like Yeah.
And
just a ridiculously low amount. Like unfathomable right now.
And Zion Williamson, right? Or Williams,
gosh.
something like that. Yeah. He has been paid twice as much as John Stockton ever got. He has been paid more than twice.
Right.
And has missed 56% of his games.
That's nuts.
He has played 1 in 2 games.
Oh my gosh.
And weighs about as much as I do. Like, and so it's like no one cares.
Right.
No one cares to improve the product.
Ugh.
So it's like there's like, who would you rather watch, Stockton or Zion Williamson?
Right.
Like, well, you're probably gonna see more John Stockton in his prime than Zion.
For sure. For sure. And the thing is like Carl and Stockton, they like you had to make them not play not play. Like it was like, no, you're an investment and we're not going to let you play because it's dangerous for your health. Like that's why they wouldn't play.
Like, no, dude, you broke your leg.
Right. Like where you have to sit. Like we're not going to let you play.
Yeah.
And otherwise they were out there. Like there's no way they would miss anything. Yeah,
so it was that. Another theory was,
man, that guard chump was doing work. Look at that guy.
Another theory was in 2009 through 12, they took away the hand check.
Yeah.
And so that offense would just go off.
Yeah.
And so that gradually the 3-point shooter had no repercussions for shooting a 3.
Right. Well, you have no real repercussions for going in the paint either.
Right.
Because you used to get murdered.
Yeah.
In the paint. You went in the paint. It's like it was like you insulted their mother.
Yeah.
Like you know.
Yeah.
You did not do that just willy-nilly.
There's a reason John Stockton was the only one that was able to go in there. And
and you had to be tough.
Yeah.
Like you had to be just as tough as your power forward to go in the paint.
Right.
They didn't mess.
No, not at all. And so I turned on a basketball game. I turned on one. It was the Houston Rockets, and there was some player. I don't know his name. He's bald no. He had hair.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to die.
That was about 3 feet high, Shot a 3, bricked it, missed it. He jogged back, yelling at the ref the whole way back. And the defense didn't even come close to him. He just missed. And he was yelling at the ref. I don't know this guy's name.
Pikachu all the way. Anyways, go ahead.
Yes, you won. And And I was like, he's not playing defense. He doesn't have a guy. He's not guarding anyone.
Right.
Like, it's 4 against 5, and I don't know this player's name.
Right.
Like, in the 90s and early 2000s, that guy would be benched.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Without even thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah, see, I accounted for 22 kills. I am second only to Garchomp, who did 27.
Wow.
Like, yeah. I feel like Pikachu's my boo. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't really see a lot of people playing Pikachu all that much. I don't know. Me and him just click. I don't get it.
Yeah. So
Used to be me and Cinderace, but me and Pikachu are just bro hams.
yeah.
Well, and I know, and that's what's so frustrating about it. It's just like, I want to care about all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to care about baseball. I want to care about basketball. I want to care about the NFL, because even the NFL, like, I watched it, but it was like, meh. You know what I honestly like more is like European soccer. Like, European soccer is way fun to watch. Let's try Cinder. I haven't played Cinder this whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Like the World Cup, like I have that Argentina jersey is the 3-star jersey right here in this box. I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, cool. Oh, this one? Oh, this one.
Yeah,
okay.
the jersey. Yeah, so that's the 3-star jersey. That's now they have 3 World Cups.
Cool.
And it's like, and I cried when they won. Now I served my mission in Argentina, so I have like a connection there. And I had like temporary citizenship there, so it's like, you know, my second country, as it were.
Right.
But yeah, it's like way better.
Yeah.
Like so much better.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like college football. Oh my gosh. All these transfers.
Yeah.
All these like
There's just
leaving for money. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Go get your bag. Like I'm proud that people are getting their bag, but it's like I'm not
your
gonna watch.
Kids won't be able to.
Like I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna care as much anymore about this sport.
Yeah.
Because
now it's way more of a business.
Yeah.
Than a extracurricular activity for students.
Right. And it's not, and it was dumb that it was that way for so long with how much money was made and kids weren't making money.
Right.
But then they forgot to do any kind of like smart regulation of it. Like, oh, hey, let's, why don't we like the Big 12, like every conference could have like a bargaining agreement and be like, okay, we're going to pay, you know, we make this much money in the conference and we're going to equally distribute the funds. And so everyone can play their players this amount of money. So just like a salary cap. And it's like, and that would be I feel like that would be way useful. And then you would incentivize kids to actually have loyalty.
Right.
And right now,
no way.
There's none of that.
Yeah. I mean, even Deion Sanders' kids is like said in front of his teammates, it's like, well, what are you talking about me coming back?
Right.
Like he's like, I'm going to the NFL. You know, like it wasn't even a thought. Like he was just like, you're an idiot.
Right.
And it's like, wow, I would love to be his teammate.
Right.
You know?
Well, and that's the whole problem is like everyone, and then you have people that are like, well, you know, you guys are like upset because they're leaving. And it's like, I don't know that it's upset. Like, we're happy that like they're successful. Like, I have no problem like being happy for kids that are doing well. But if you leave, then I don't have any more rooting interest for you because you're playing. And in some cases, you're playing literally against my team. We will play against each other.
Right.
We'll play against each other next year.
Right.
So do you want me to be happy that I now have no reason to, like, I now am going to root against you. Like, you are not a part of the team anymore.
Like, didn't Wilson's little brother leave the U?
No, so he put his name in the transfer portal, but then he withdrew it. And so it's like, it's just, but our best corner left for Alabama. Yeah. Our tight end went to BYU. Our starting defensive tackle that was an all-conference defensive tackle is in the transfer portal. And so it's just like you
can't grow chemistry.
No,
like that. And only the Alabamas and the LSUs and the Florida Gators.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean is like, I feel like in the playoff, the college football playoff, I think a lot of people are upset because of the teams that did make it in, and they're like, see, like only SEC teams should be in. So like they don't feel like SMU should have been in, and it's like, okay, look, I don't actually I'm not against the argument that like it should be the best teams and not the most deserving teams. I'm actually okay with that. The problem is then the best teams are from the SEC and the Big Ten. So so the top, like, I don't know, 32 teams should probably break off and form a league, and then the rest of them should, so it's like they do in European soccer. Right. So it's like you have the Premier League, and then you have like the UEFA League, right? That's the top. And then you have I think it's called the Champions League, something like that. And so you have a division, and look, those Champion League teams and fans, they love their soccer just as much.
Right.
Like no one thinks a thing that they're like in a quote unquote lower division. They just want to watch fun, good soccer. That's their whole MO. They could not care less about anything else. Mm-hmm. And that is the way it should be.
Right.
No.
It's like I'm glad that the college football did.
You thought you were going to kill me, and you didn't.
I'm glad college football did pay their players.
No, yeah, so am I. Like, I am happy that because they deserve it.
Yes.
They deserve it. Like, I'm definitely not saying that they don't.
But now,
but because of the way it is, it's ruined.
In 5 years, it's going to be the G League of the NFL.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is.
Right.
That's what it will be. It's not anymore your school. It's now a place for
like
G League type players to show off, and then become in the NFL.
Right. No, you are absolutely correct.
That
is absolutely correct.
You know, that's the whole the idea was it's an extracurricular activity for these guys to come and get an education for free, and that's their payment. But you had to stay at the school to get your education and for us to pay for it.
Well, and the thing is too is like
now it's a business decision.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is like the problem with the way that they did it and the way they went about it is also just like there is so much money in college football, and there is no regulation to the amount of money that people are like paying and overcoming, and it's just like so the kids definitely needed to get paid. But then they didn't really think about like, okay, how's the best way to get these kids paid? What makes the integrity of the sport the same? And look, that's again, those bigger schools, because you're right, it's no longer an actual school thing. So calling it like a school is really ham-fisted.
Right.
Because it's like, well, no, it used to be that it was like, yeah, you had a real reason, or most kids had a real reason to go. It's like, we're here because we're actually getting educated because we know that we're not going to the NFL.
Uh-huh.
And it's okay to pay them. You can still do that and pay them and still make it like worthwhile to go to school. But then again, there has to be some loyalty. So it's like, okay, you sign a commitment to this school. So, oh my gosh, I literally just like a moron. Oh my heck. Sorry, team. That was my bad. Oh,
the whole team's gone.
Shoot. That was a dumpster fire. But yeah, so you make them sign a contract and you say, look, you have to commit for these many years. Oh my gosh, we can't even his life will not go down. Oh,
jeez.
21. Oh
my gosh.
That was a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just make them sign a contract and be like, yeah, this is just this is contract just like any kind of employment. And so you are required. Oh gosh. Well, there went that game. You are required to pay you're required to be here. I'm fine actually with them transferring too, because it's kind of just like anything else where just like getting paid. But I actually don't think that they should have taken away the 1 year period where they sit out. I actually think they should reinstall that. You shouldn't be able to just leave your team after you've signed something saying that you're going to be there. I don't think that was a good idea.
Right.
And so it's just
right.
And so this literally happened. I don't know if you followed it. So there was a player from Tulsa. He was a wide receiver and he transferred. He committed, right? Because there's a difference between committing and signing, right? So you can say you're committed to a team, but until you sign, you're not on that team. And so he committed to Utah from Tulsa, so he's transferring. A week later, he signed with Colorado. So the problem with that is why are we talking oh yay, you committed. Hooray.
Yeah,
it means nothing.
It means nothing.
It means nothing. So don't have and
it's don't announce it.
They do this, yeah, right. They do this marketing thing on X, and it's Utah man am I'm committed. And then two players did that. One did it, a running back, I believe from New Mexico State, and now he signed with Arkansas, and another kid, the wide receiver, and signed with Colorado. And they both put up on X, committed, Utah man am And it's that's what I'm so upset about. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it makes everyone look stupid.
Right. It makes everyone look stupid. It makes everyone waste their time. Because, Whittingham goes to Colorado and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all over the country.
They come here and they do visits and time and effort, and it's just and that's the whole
job
thing.
Interview, and then they say I'm committed, and that's really an advertisement to the rest of he's willing to come to a high altitude place,
right?
Deion Sanders is sweet. Put on my sunglasses,
and they just overbid him.
Yeah.
And that's literally what happened. They're oh, he is a good player. We're interested too. We'll pay you more money.
Yeah. How much are they willing to pay you?
Right.
Oh, okay. We'll add $50,000 to that.
Well, and the problem is people are worried about tampering. So it's people get in their ear. They say, they give him a call and well, how much you're making there, we'll double it or whatever. That's what happened with Calhoun. He got offered double to go play at Alabama, or I don't even know if Alabama first reached out, but I would think they did. And he's we'll do double. And so then he went to Utah and they're well, no, this is your NIL money, and maybe they didn't have the money, I don't know. But then he's okay, peace out. And now he's playing for Alabama. And so it's I'm really getting sick of watching a sport, especially after the 2008 season when they deserved to be recognized as a national champion. And the best they got was years later in the NCAA record book. They're recognized as a national pole champion from the Anderson Hester pole, but it was 10 years too late. So like they didn't get like their trophy. They didn't get their rings. They didn't get their parade. And the thing is no one really like recognizes them as a national champion. Like they didn't get that benefit, even though it is in the record book. Like you can pull it up right now and it's there, but they don't get that benefit. You know what I mean? They don't get they don't get the immortalization of being a national champion. And so it's like,
right.
It's ridiculous. And so then when Utah goes undefeated twice, right? And they've accomplished what you're supposed to accomplish when every game that you play in, and you're still not a national champion, you're still not recognized that way, and they did it twice. It's like, why am I watching this sport? And I just think to myself, it's just a complete waste of time. And now they have a 12-team playoff, and it's like, and that's great. Like it'll be fun to see Utah play in in something like that. But I'm telling you right now, they're not winning a national championship. Like
right.
We can all see the writing on the wall for these teams. Like,
right. Well, okay. So here's my thing is that they have totally taken out the advantage of the actual school.
Yeah, like the university itself.
Right.
Right.
So like if you say I want to go get my education.
Right.
I'm not going to go to Alabama.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But
you'd want to go to a school that had like Stanford. Like Stanford used to have that yeah.
And so the U of U now doesn't have that advantage of saying you're going to get an accounting degree from the U of U. And they're like, I don't care. I want $2 million for the next 4 years.
Right.
Can you give me that or not? Well, no, our quarterback does, and you'd be
right. And we don't have the money to pay as many players as Alabama does, or Texas, or Notre Dame, or on and on and on, on and on and on it goes.
Right. And so they took away the advantage of like BYU's accounting degree,
which is top freaking tier.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the 5th best in the country.
It's top 5.
Like it's nuts. How good it is.
It's not even close. Like if you go to the BYU, you have BYU as your accounting degree, you're getting a job.
Right.
You know, it's not even close. And it's like the rest of us go to WGU to get ready for the CPA exam, and hopefully that will get us the job. You know, but you're not going to go you're not going to become the CFO of a top, traded company without like something from BYU.
Right.
But no player that's never going to see the field in the NFL is going to go to BYU for that.
Right.
Well,
they're
like,
yeah.
Here, we'll give you a full ride scholarship. Go to our accounting program, and you'll get a job that's $200,000 a year.
Right.
They're like, no, I want $2 million in the transfer portal thing.
Right. And that's the thing is that's the sadness of the situation is that players that were overlooked that then were developed by these smaller universities like Utah, like BYU, are now going, and then they lose their talent, their players, because they can't pay them what other people can pay them.
Yeah.
And so they then go through the whole process and the whole league and do all that stuff, and now they are going to lose everybody hand over fist.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, no, I mean, Whittingham, his bread and butter is forming a cohesive team through like 4 years.
Right.
You know, like
he develops talent that no one wanted or thought was good talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he develops
3 stars. Yeah.
And then but now they're gone after a year.
Yeah.
They show.
Yeah. Now they show
off for a year.
The best players move on to somewhere else.
Yeah. And that's just, no, you can't win that way.
No.
Like that takes away every advantage of the prestigious school. Because where do you go?
Or even
Stanford or
the
Alabama?
desire to want to be a prestigious school.
Right.
That's what's also not good.
Yeah.
Is now you've taken away the incentive for these universities to actually be these top tier universities that used to be a big deal.
Yeah.
It used to be a big deal to be that. Mm-hmm. Now you've taken away every part of the advantage, every part of the desire for it. So now, why would their money is not going to go to that? It's going to go somewhere else.
Right.
And that's the thing is like, if we're not playing the same game, right? So like, I'm sorry, Utah and BYU fans, anyone pretty much in the Big 12.
Right.
Like, hopefully Arizona State, like I'm the biggest Arizona State fan now.
Yeah. Yeah.
This coming weekend, or I think it's next week, whenever it is. But it's like, yeah, I just don't know. And if they lose, badly, it's like, why are we doing this? Like,
right.
we could just separate all those teams and be like, okay, look, if you're Alabama, if you're all these SEC teams, well, not even all of them, but just a lot of them, buddy, I have 32. Why did you score? Why did you do that? This is why it's cancer. I had 22 more points than you to score. And because you're selfish, those 22 points are now just riding on my back. You stink-faced McGibbon. Good. Nice. You deserve to die. You deserve that. I'm glad you're dead. I'm glad you're dead.
Yeah, so back to the NBA. There was a lot of different theories. They're like, is it the 3-point shot? Is it so apparently the average points per game went from like 96 to 97 to now it's around 140.
Yeah.
And it's like
disgusting.
And it's like, why would you want to watch that? There's no opposition. There's no
it's the same reason why everyone is complaining about the Chiefs and all the calls that they seem to be getting. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I agree, but it's also fun that the games are close. Like they aren't winning by 30 points every game, or that one team or the other wins
exactly
by 30.
That's exactly why people still are watching the NFL.
Yeah,
that is why they're still watching it, because that any given Sunday thing is real. Like any given Sunday, my team, even if they're terrible, can win a game, and this can be a good outing for us, as it were.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And I think
we just annihilated that team in a it was closer point wise. Like they had taken away 2 of our goals, and we had taken away 1 more than they had. But we just ate them for dinner. Like they basically exploded in the face of our team.
Oh man. Well done. Hey, you're the captain too.
Yeah, 20. Look, this guy he helped out with 24 kills. Jeez. I got 20. I was responsible for 23. Oh man, that was a good team.
That was a good team.
That was a great.
Well done.
Woo. I like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of, and everyone's like, well, how do you fix it? And it's like, oh well, one guy was saying just have every team choose where their 3-point line is going to be. So and
So
some teams would just take it away.
It's just like baseball.
Yeah.
So like baseball, like all the parks are different.
Right. So the home run is
Did you know soccer's that way too?
No.
Soccer, it's not a regulation field. So
Really?
At least in high school. So I don't know about pro, but in high school, it's you can be this big or this small, and you can fit it in any way you want. So like when we went to West Jordan, it looked like we were playing on a kids field. Like
Really?
From sideline to sideline, not hard. Our field, we make a little bigger, a little wider.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, I didn't know that. I thought it was uniform, because even in baseball, it's still like 90-foot bases. The
Right.
mound is
Right.
always the same distance.
Something's uniform. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But no, the only thing that's uniform is the size of the goals.
Huh.
That's it. And it's
Wow.
like, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well,
yeah.
and honestly, what probably would say basketball, you just need to take away the 3-point line from everyone.
Yeah.
I feel that's what I think would fix it.
And just have creativity. Because everything's worth 2 points. Like, it
Well,
doesn't
the
matter.
thing is the referees also have to call. Okay, football referees are bad.
Uh-huh.
They're bad. The NBA is the worst.
Yeah.
Even umpires are still better than NBA referees.
Yeah.
They are the worst sport to watch be reffed.
Uh-huh.
I cannot believe the things that they let those players get away with.
Yeah.
It's atrocious. Like, you guys have made this into jungle ball.
Yeah.
And
But
you
not
guys
fun
are
jungle ball.
No.
Like, they don't tackle each other.
Right.
They're
yeah,
just
exactly. Like, if we made it like football, then yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah.
You dorks.
It's not the 60s basketball for sure. This
Oh, yeah.
is this
It's not when
street
Isaiah
ball.
Thomas basically got murdered on the court.
Every game, and he got his like gold medal opportunity to play in the Olympics taken away from him.
Yeah.
By Michael Jordan.
Yeah, because of politics. It's like it
Because
was like the
MJ is like,
WWE.
I'm not gonna play.
That's the WWE.
like that's some cold.
And his coach was the
cold.
coach.
Yeah.
His coach in the NBA was the coach of the Dream Team, and he didn't get a play. And that is some cold hearted stuff.
That is,
Oh,
I mean, and
that's
when you
way
say
cold-hearted.
that, when you say drama, like you say MJ Isaiah Thomas,
Oh yeah.
and John Stockton.
the bad boys. Oh my gosh. How entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean-
I'm gonna die. Oh, I died.
I mean, even
I got worked.
even the Phoenix Suns versus the
Hello, Pokey Goat.
Hi.
How are you? Sorry, I did not see your chat earlier. Sure. I don't know how to put you on the thing. I've never done that before. I'm guessing there's some. Oh. We're
you
dying.
request some way for we'd
I don't know.
Be
how do
happy
you-
for you to
I'm
enjoy.
sure we can be like friends on the channel or friends like in the game. I'm guessing. Yeah, I'll do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You can be a part. I think that'd be great to actually get people on the channel chatting and playing together. I guarantee nothing.
Yeah. It's like there is no Kobe and the Suns, you know?
yeah.
There is
No.
no
Oh, there's 3 of you here, huh?
there's-
Okay.
There's no Robert Ory versus you know, the Steve Nash. You know what I mean? And there's just no drama. Like
No.
when you say LeBron James versus Steph Curry, that's like dude, they probably have their kids play with each other. You know,
Right.
like there's no drama there.
Right.
It's great. It's great basketball. Like, sure, but
Well, now
still
it's not
no one
even,
cares.
and now it's not even great basketball. It's really crappy, boring basketball.
And it's like
We
I
don't
don't
realize how
care.
spoiled we were in the 90s
Yeah.
with Karl Malone and John Stockton and Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon
And Duncan. Like,
and all those
those
guys.
Spurs would come in every year and ruin everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like the storylines were just as good as like pro wrestling.
Right.
Like they were just as like fun and entertaining as WCW. If anyone remembers WCW, huge WCW guy. And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. It's
And like the fan bases that were like, you know, when you had the Detroit Pistons that were the enemies of the whole league, but then you had true fans that are like, yeah, we like being the villains. Like, bring that on. Like, that's the best thing in the world. And it's
like no one could tell a Utah fan that
oh my gosh, Pikachu.
that
Chase me down.
that Karl Malone that MJ was so much better than Karl Malone. You
Well,
know,
yeah.
like yeah, we couldn't defend it for sure.
Right, but we at least were
but
like
we
talking
were
the
like,
smack.
no, this guy is my guy.
Yeah.
Like Karl Malone's
like
better.
we would die for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't know a single name. They don't care about the community.
No.
They don't.
No,
like,
it's all about getting that bag.
Right. And that all started with LeBron
Yeah.
leaving Cavaliers. And it's like, oh yeah,
they
this is
formed
a
the
business.
super team. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a business.
And
Okay.
even that first year, he still struggled he didn't win.
Right. He won like twice, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Before he left again.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did he go straight to LA or back to Cavs?
No, he won. Did he win 2 with the Cavs? He admittedly beat the best team that people thought had ever been constructed in that Warriors team.
Yeah.
And that was a good team.
That was a good
team. They won. They beat them. So it's like, yeah, that's a good resume for sure. But again, he's still, what is he, 4-6 in the finals. And look,
Yeah.
that argument doesn't really hold much water for me.
Right.
Because if you come in second place a bunch of times, that means that you were really good. And so yes, I understand Michael Jordan is 6-0, but he also
only
didn't
went there
go
6 times.
he didn't go 11 times. Like,
Yeah.
that does matter. Like, because you're 6-0 in the finals, but you weren't the second best team. Like that. So that means that you would have to really, what you need to say is this: if you don't win the NBA finals, you are whatever, how many you've won and those many losses. So every time Michael Jordan did not win an NBA finals, he's 6 and however many seasons.
Right.
That's a true statistic.
Right.
The statistic that they say 6-0, that's not a real statistic. That's not how math works.
He was in the league for
Right. He was in the league for a certain amount of years, and he won it 6 times.
right.
That's true math. If you do it any other way, you're fixing the numbers. That's not a true statistic. It's not how the numbers really should be looked at.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's true at all. It's on the internet, but I was like,
You know how it loves the internet.
there's they made it into quotes, but someone asked MJ if the 96, 97 Bulls could beat the Cavaliers of LeBron James. And he's like, yeah, I think so. And they're like, well, by how much? He's like, maybe 1 or 2. And they're like, oh, really? Only by that much? He's like, yeah, well, most of us are 60.
That's beautiful. No, that's good. That's really funny.
It's like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we get it. Oh, my gosh. I got body slammed back into the fray and died.
Well,
very quickly.
I went from here to this location.
I was doing fine.
I went from this spot to this spot, way over high.
And now I'm dead. And now I've died.
Yeah.
Come get an arrow in the face. Oh, we surrendered.
So,
Decidueye, I don't think you're the dude. I don't. I've only won a couple times with you.
got cool arrow though.
Oh yeah, he's way like cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just not the best.
So, I don't know. There's a lot of theories, but I would not be surprised if the college football game just dips for viewership.
Yeah, I mean,
because
the funny thing is this 12-team playoff might actually show more the disparity. So like, all small teams have been asking for years is access. But the thing is so like you have Utah, you have BYU, you have TCU, you have UCF, you have Cincinnati. So you had these teams that went undefeated, did it a couple times, and then we're not recognized the way they should have been recognized. And it was like, okay, so it's obviously haves and have nots. But the thing is like you now are showing like, really the disparity between all of these teams. And it's like, again, why am I watching this? Like the only thing that I am watching it for is really like winning a conference championship, which is good, and it is a big deal. But you're not gonna probably see the Cinderella-esque nature of like March Madness. Like you're not gonna see like this major upset that then throws like one of the blue bloods, out of the tournament. That maybe happens every once in a while,
right? But
and a lot of people made a good point that it's like in reality, there's probably every year there's maybe only 3 teams that really are good enough,
right,
to win a national championship. And so it's like the 4-team playoff people didn't like because it wasn't, because you had 5 power conferences, so one gets left out. And it's like, okay, I like the idea that the top 5 conferences get auto bids, and then oh my gosh, stop complaining. So this has happened a couple times. Okay, I want everyone to understand what is happening. The Sliggoo, the guy on my team, okay, he has a item. You see the little light bulb above his head? That item means that he's sharing experience. Okay, so when I kill people, the way it works is like we share experience. So I'm getting more experience because of that. And so then I'm going around just getting as much experience as I can. And he is still benefiting from it. As you can see, we're not that far off in experience, right? And he is complaining like I took more than he got. And he was complaining, like he said, thanks, which is always sarcastic in this game. It never actually means thanks. Like it is absolutely and utterly sarcastic in every way that it can be. It's like you don't understand why you have the item that you have. Like And it happens all the time. I have these players cry like little babies, and it's like, that's literally what your item is supposed to do, you moron. Like, it's a support item. Because the idea is that you don't take any of the experience, but you still get experience because you chose that item and not a different item. That's the whole point.
Like, you're sharing. Do you not know what you chose?
Right. And then complain like little babies. And I hate them.
So I watched.
You're gonna die.
I watched The Grinch this week with my kids.
Which one?
The good one.
Yes.
The best one.
Yes. And Brittany disagrees with me, and it makes me angry.
My kids disagree with me.
It's the best one. It's not even close.
Yeah. It's like it's not even close. Like, the cartoon one is like, yeah, dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
It's like, dude, he just like, his whole thing is that he's lonely. That's not the Grinch.
Right. Like,
no, there was no indication that he was lonely.
Right. It's just that he yeah. The lonely part, yeah, it's a modern change of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he has a mental health issue.
Yeah.
And it's like,
no,
he just hates people.
Yeah, he's evil. Like, and it's funny. Jim Carrey makes it so funny.
Yeah.
That's the point.
It's like, no, he doesn't have a mental health issue. He just doesn't like people, and he's a little evil about it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then he's redeemed. Like,
yeah.
And then he's redeemed a little bit, which is great. Like, that's great. So you have like the whole full circle.
Right.
But no, you guys had to ruin it with your stupid.
And it's like, make a redeemable character, or like, try to understand the character from the very beginning. Like, just that he has this one mental health issue.
That he's just.
Yeah, he's just a sad guy that no one seems to like.
Well, even the Jim
him.
Carrey version, like, understood the assignment, right? And they're like, yeah, this is why he is the way he is.
Right.
Because of, like, all the stuff. And then he lost his faith in humanity. And that's like, so yes, that is a good story arc. But then, it's just so good. Because he basically took the idea of being funny, like in Dumb and Dumber, and then turned it into Dr. Seuss. And it's like, this is magic.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, so good.
It's like, I'm speaking in rhyme. You know, like, who thinks of that? Only Jim Carrey would.
Yeah.
Do
you remember the table part?
Yeah.
Do you know that was on accident? He did it so well. So, like, it was supposed to just topple over. But then he did it, and then that's where the whole scene.
And then he comes back onto screen and, like, knocks it over and flips over the table.
Funny.
Like, that unless, like, that could have been scripted that way, but it's like, that is so the Grinch.
Right.
Like, no. It's not going to go, like, this is not going to go well because I don't want it to.
Right.
like the two best improvisations of all time is that Grinch moment and the moment in The Dark Knight when the bomb didn't go off at the hospital.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I think those are the two greatest improv moments because it's essentially what the Joker would do. And what the Grinch would do.
Right.
Like, it's not even close.
They understood the assignment and they took it over. So, like, yeah. No, it's perfect.
I mean, it's like, you couldn't have scripted what the Joker would, like, that's what he would have done.
And good on those guys, like, actually, like, not just giving up on the scene and just taking it and furthering what it actually would have been like.
Right.
No, and then you get that kind of a moment, and that's what makes movie. We started watching Lord of the Rings. And it's just like because I've hated movies for a little bit because they've been so terrible. And then you watch those movies and it's like, oh, this is why I like movies and why I used to go to a movie every freaking week in high school.
Right.
This was why.
Right, because there was Lord of the Rings, there was Dark Knight, there was
Star Wars,
and
all those things.
Yeah. And there was just this childishness remembering and
right.
Making me sad now.
Yeah.
But
well, I wish I had it all again.
But yeah, I like the Grinch.
Oh, get back here, you stupid! I hate you!
He's like, run! Stay away!
I thought we were closer to the end.
I caught Cameron laughing at the Grinch because she says it's not the best Grinch. And I'm like, and you're wrong.
Yeah.
No.
You're a liar.
No. It's just you're wrong about that. Anyway,
same thing. Brittany's like, yeah, because I get it. Like the other one is like charming. It's not bad.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not bad,
but it is not the best one.
Yeah.
And if you think otherwise, you're a liar.
Yeah, it's third place, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even close to the original 60s.
No.
And
I'm coming for you,
but
little one.
It's fun and charming and okay for a Wednesday Christmas break movie.
Yeah.
But not the night before Christmas. Like you save Home Alone and the Grinch, the 2000s Grinch for, Christmas Eve. That's what you save those two movies for.
Oh, Tyler, I died.
Oh, man.
But we got the thing.
Sweet.
Go team, go.
It's like I can't quote anything from the new Grinch, but I quote the 2000s Grinch all year long.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Yes.
Oh! Definitely not.
Definitely not.
And it's like
solve world peace or world hunger. Tell
nobody. And it's like, all right, I'll just have to be late.
I'll be fashionably late. My fingers were crossed.
Yeah.
No, it's so good. Well, and what was really good about it too is like it was very. Did you notice there's no bright scenes in that movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's very moody. It's very sullen. So it's like how winter is. Like you step outside, and it's like it's always overcast. It's always cloudy right now in Utah, and it's like that. You get the same feeling where it's like it's not really bright outside in most places.
Right.
The sun isn't shining really all that much. And so it's just like, yeah, no, it's by far the best. If you think something else is the best, you are incorrect.
Yeah. It's like I can see Home Alone being.
Oh, my kids love Home Alone.
Yeah.
They love it when those guys get what's coming to them.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, I understand why Home Alone might be like the best Christmas movie, or Charlie Brown's Christmas.
You can make an argument for that for sure.
Yeah.
No, we do a game where we do like our favorite things, and the Grinch is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is so iconic. Like he's so. He is a one of a kind.
And I nearly pass out laughing every time I see the sled crash scene. Like that makes me laugh so hard every time. it's not even
It's
close.
not
like I
healthy.
can't. Yeah.
It's really unhealthy.
Like, well, airbag's a little slow.
Well, airbag's a little slow.
Well, that's what these tests are for.
So what's funny is like we went. I don't know if you were there, but we saw it in the theater with your family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure, like, maybe you were somewhere, because I don't remember you being there, but like, I remember your dad.
Yeah.
Like, I was there. We were in the theater. We saw it together.
Really?
And it was like, and I remember your dad laughing
so hard
the whole time.
Yeah. He
the
laughs.
whole time.
Like, if me and him are watching it at the same time, it's just like we're just as entertaining as the movie.
Yeah.
Like, we laugh so hard at that movie.
It's really
together.
Good. Yeah.
Like, I have memories of just like my favorite thing during Christmas was watching that movie with my dad
Yeah.
because he would laugh so hard at it.
No, it's so good.
He's just such a serious guy, but when you can get him in front of a movie and like a funny movie,
Right.
he'll laugh hard.
All of it comes out.
Mhm.
Yeah. No,
So.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Let's try Mewtwo. This is not gonna go well. This was a mistake.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a really good Christmas. We've had a great time.
That's good.
So I finally got my kids to watch The Grinch without me. With me. Because they never do anything that I like suggest.
How dare you? How dare you, Dad? Tell us what we shall do with our lives.
Or the best idea. And it's like, let's watch the good Grinch. How dare you? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, and
Cameron?
I started a whole thing because I was like, I told him, so we at the Garner household like to give like hot takes all the time. That's one of our favorite things to do. And my hot take was that the Polar Express is a terrible movie. And my sister-in-law almost lost her mind.
What?
It is. It's so bad.
It's not good.
It's not good at all.
The singing's terrible.
The
Only Josh
animation
Groban
doesn't
is
even
good.
look. It doesn't. They don't look at each other.
Yeah.
Like the animation, they're supposed to be looking at the character, and they're looking like, if I'm like looking at you, I'm looking there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
And the kids, they're creepy.
Yeah,
like,
the elves are super creepy.
Yeah. And it's like, why'd they make even the kids a little creepy?
Yeah.
The animation isn't fun.
No.
Like,
it's disgusting is what it is.
yeah. Like, it wasn't enjoyable to get to the North Pole.
No.
Like, it
The
was
only thing that's
stress-inducing.
good about it is the train. Like,
Right.
the train as like a character, right? Because it like billows and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's good. But that's literally it. Like, there's
Right.
nothing else that's good about it.
Yeah, and they like put scary scenes in it, and it wasn't like enjoyable to watch. It was like
Ugh.
it was really stressful.
I died. Yeah,
like
super
the
stressful.
Polar Express is a stressful movie.
Yeah. It's not. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. It's not fun. Like, it's literally not an enjoyable thing to be doing. You want to be doing anything else but this.
Right. It's like, it's not bad. It's just, like Home Alone isn't stressful, but they're doing stressful things. But why is Polar Express so like, oh my gosh, like, stop putting these kids in such serious situations.
Yeah, right. Well, and that's what's dumb too, because it's like they don't.
Which isn't even in the book.
Well, and the thing is they what is it? They don't like
Or give
the
it a
kids
reason.
they wouldn't survive.
Yeah.
Like it's like, so we just watched Sonic 2 and most of the movie is fine.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
Uh-huh.
did a reasonable job with the idea. But the part where the woman, so the sister is getting married, and then she becomes like Rambo. It's like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, this is that's so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
oh, women have no, like, she like quotes the Bible, and it's like, hell have no fury like a wife scorn. It's like, shut up. Like, and then the idea that like that guy would be marrying her. Give me a break.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, it's like
You would think the same thing. You would literally be looking like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Woke nonsense. Like, it is obvious that that's what they had in mind for it.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's annoying.
Can we bring back Kamala Harris?
So bad.
Like, I miss her fake accents.
No, it's true.
But yeah, like the Polar Express is like,
Oh,
you know, you compare it to Home Alone, which is like, yeah, that kid's in a stressful situation and he probably wouldn't survive,
Oh,
and the
good.
robbers
So-
would probably, you know, win. 'Cause
Right.
they're adults. And
but it's like it works. It's fine.
yeah,
It's not really like they do it as best they can where it's like, yeah, maybe this kid maybe
right.
this could happen.
Yeah.
Like
but,
maybe he could win.
but they set him up as like mischievous and
Yeah. He's not
and a
Rambo.
smart kid. He's a smart kid. He's not he's not dumb and lucky.
Right.
But he sets himself up to be, you
Right.
know? So they set it up to be as believable as possible, but they also set it up to be like, this is a Christmas movie. Don't take it too seriously.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
like
Whereas
they
like
made the robbers as incompetent as possible
Right.
and this little kid as clever as possible. You know,
Right.
that's how they evened it out. But this Polar Express movie is like, dude, this kid's on top of a train.
right.
Like on ice.
right.
Like, and he's supposed to be the engineer of this train on top of it, and it's ice. Like,
Right.
they aren't even on a track right now.
Right.
Like, what is
No,
this?
it's dumb.
And it's not fun to watch this kid get to the Polar Express.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it is not fun to watch. You will not have a good time watching that show. You will be stressed out the whole time, and you will hate your life.
yeah.
You will literally wish that you were doing anything else that possibly existed. This has not gone well.
Yeah. And
I have struggled.
it's like, but man, can Josh Groban sing?
Yeah.
Like, holy cow. Like that, the Polar Express song that just, like, okay, that's top tier. You know,
Yeah.
that's the best thing that came from that movie.
I died.
Far and beyond. But
You're not going to score 50 points with that person sitting right there, you jackwagon. Are you serious? Come on.
oh, this game is toxic, isn't it?
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
And I chose by far the worst combination I could for Mewtwo.
But yeah, so our Christmas Eve tradition, I love Christmas Eve now. I love it. So we
Die!
kind of so usually we'd go to my sister's house and hang out with my sister and make some ornaments and stuff, but this year her son needed to get knee surgery, and so we were just like, no, let's not stress him out. He got knee surgery like 3 days ago. Before Christmas. But so we didn't do anything, but Christmas Eve night comes and we do a shepherd's dinner. So instead of like dressing everyone up and trying to find a baby and someone to be Joseph and someone to be Mary and gather up 20 people in the family, we do what we call a shepherd's dinner. So we get grapes and oranges and some leavened bread and some, slices of turkey and just stuff that you'd think is like a shepherd dinner.
Yeah.
And
then
then
we do like cheese and
right.
Well, you do it better than we do. We call it a shepherd's dinner, but shepherds didn't have steak, like little bits of steak.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like whatever, but we all sit on the floor and we
you guys actually go like full out.
Yeah,
that's cool. I
like
that.
So we sit on the floor. We have grape juice and we just.
You guys are kind of doing like your own like little Passover thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go
that's cool.
All out. It's just finger food and then as we're eating, we tell the Christmas story, the Bible story. And then once we're all done eating, we clean up and then we watch the Charlie Brown Christmas. And this year, we watched the Muppet Christmas Carol. That was
so
fun.
Good.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
It's so funny. It's so good. Did you notice so next time you watch, you got to watch this, okay? It's when the second the Ghost of Christmas Present comes.
Uh-huh.
And there's a part where they all go out and sing. Right. So right before they sing, they have like a little choir. And it's boys and boy and girl. And the little boy is ringing the bell and it's in the background. And he rings it, and he hits the other kid in the face. And the little kid like makes a face and then falls over. And it's so funny. Like you have to. Next time you watch it, yeah. Oh, I noticed it one year. I was like watching the background, and I was like, "Did you guys ever notice this?" It's so good. It's so funny. Oh,
that is funny. I'll have to go watch that.
It's so funny.
That's great.
It's right before the singing starts. And when they first go outside and he hits right in the face. And it's like, you know how like in cartoons they their face contorts and then they fall. It's just like that. It's so funny. It's so good.
I love the animal part where he's just playing with the triangle part, and he's and you can tell animals just bored.
Oh yeah.
And he's it just goes in place, and it's yes, that is every drummer. I love it. It's so good, and how Michael Keaton. Or is that Michael Keaton?
Michael Caine.
Caine.
Yeah.
How he plays it so serious.
I know, yeah. He was perfect.
Yeah, he doesn't phone it in at all. It's not it's a Shakespearean acting. I am all in.
Right.
So loved it. Just love it.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's got to be a part. It's a part of our collection. Everyone has their movies they watch.
Mm. Yeah.
That's probably the first one we watch every year, actually.
Oh yeah.
That one's really good.
Yeah. Yep. I love that one. And so then it's usually bedtime, and we let them actually open one present. And they set where they want to open their presents, so they put it on one side of the room or on one side of the couch or where they put their one present. and that's where in the morning they get to go to that spot and open up all their presents from. So that's kind of fun. And then me and Brianna watch White Christmas and finish up wrapping or putting the tree together. We watch White Christmas from the 50s and
my wife, they used to do her grandmother would have just a bunch of I guess girls from Ward and Brit, and they all watch. That's what they watch too, is White Christmas.
Oh, really?
They haven't done it in a while. I think oh my gosh, Hunter, get away. Because I think they've probably all moved since, but yeah.
Yeah. That's what we do. And then we go to bed.
Yeah, I think my parents, they always, on Christmas Eve, they're the Wonderful Life kind of crowd.
Uh-huh.
And I was never down for any kind of movie like that was I was like, this is going to be boring. Uh-huh. But then I saw it, the first time, and it was like, no, this holds up.
Yeah.
It's good.
It really does.
It's a good movie.
But I don't feel like crying on Christmas Eve.
Brittany hates it.
I hate crying.
She won't. I mean, she's fine crying, and she doesn't really like crying in front of other people. But she hates that movie because of how the little boy gets gets slapped in the ear. Oh my gosh! I hate you. He gets slapped in the ear and starts to bleed. She hates it because of that. He feels because it's it's abuse.
Yeah.
And so she hates it.
Wow.
So she won't watch it with me. Brittany is way too sensitive a soul.
Yeah.
She won't watch hardly anything with me. The Office, that's what she'll watch. Kind of funny.
That's awesome. So we restarted Scrubs. Great.
Oh my gosh, she destroyed us.
Oh, such a good show. There's so many good things. I love Christmas time. We went to a drive-through light show where you just take the car and you just drive through it. It was at the Utah State Park this time. We went to the one at the Utah State Park. There is usually one in South Jordan that's pretty good. But it's been the same for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
And it's they do the same decoration. So there's no really innovation there.
Yeah.
They get plenty of cars, they get plenty of business. They're busy, their wait time. You set a time at 7:30 and you don't go through until 8:30 or 9. That's
right.
Kind of how busy they are. So this year we decided to do the Utah State Park one. And it was really good. It was fun. There were a lot of lights and it was a lot more themed, I guess. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you. Okay.
What?
Why is it that the Mariah Carey song, All I Want for Christmas
is You,
is getting more and more popular? It's getting more and more played. It's not going away. Why? Mike, why?
People love...
That is the worst part of Christmas.
People love some Mariah Carey.
Oh my gosh. It just keeps going.
To surrender.
Oh, that is just... It's worse than the Polar Express. It's worse than anything.
It's the worst part of our lives.
It's no. It's not a good song.
Yeah, bro. It's Mariah Carey benefits from just any other superstar. They've... Yeah, we need to surrender, everyone. Does everyone else see what's gone on with this game? I don't know what happened. I really don't.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if that's like because sometimes like they'll make teams.
But Mike, I'm a music guy.
I know.
Why is this song getting more and more popular? Can anyone just play "Oh Holy Night" from Josh Groban?
No,
please.
They refuse.
Please.
They hate you. So the answer is no.
God.
And they hope they hope that you never, ever, ever are a part of their little party.
It's not that I hate Mariah Carey songs. I love some of Mariah Carey songs. Like the whole like Free Guy. The one song in Free Guy.
I haven't even seen that.
You haven't seen Free Guy?
No. I don't.
Mike.
Bro, Brittany won't watch anything.
That's a really good movie.
So if I watch anything, it's alone. So like Deadpool, watch it alone. Like she won't. So like if the only way I'm gonna see these movies is if we go together. That's it. Like she won't.
Wow.
She won't do it. She hates. She doesn't. Because here's the thing. It's not even that she won't watch those movies. She literally hates how long movies are. So like, that's also part of the problem. like she hates those movies. She hates them. And so
Wow.
And so because she does, she just doesn't like she doesn't like watching something for that long.
Oh man.
And so
there have been some really good
she likes
under
Wicked.
the radar movies.
She likes Wicked. She likes that. But no, she doesn't want to sit down and watch.
I couldn't do Wicked. I've heard it's actually not as bad as
Wicked's good, bro. Like I am the most hypercritical. I don't know if you've ever met someone more hypercritical about me about things that are terrible, right? Like I won't even watch some things because I've seen enough of like the clips or people talking about. It's like, okay, I'm not going to waste my time. Wicked is good. Like.
And I've heard it's not as woke as you would imagine
it's not
it being.
woke. It's not even woke at all.
Yeah.
There are points where like if you're, a traditional Christian where you're like, okay, I would maybe need to explain this to my child. Because there's a part where like even the, some of the male characters that are like side characters are kind of crushing on Fiyero. And so it's like, okay, if a child saw this and like, so there's that. You would have to kind of explain, but it's not like anyone kisses. It's not like, it's not even like flirty. They're just, he's just kind of overcome by his presence. So you might even just say that it's just because of his aura, right? So it's like, how I would be starstruck if I saw like Brad Pitt.
Right.
It's kind of like that. And so
I know I'm straight.
Even though it's like you look at him and you're like, okay, he probably is, gay. And that's fine. Like that's not the problem. Yeah. But no, all the controversy, because like if you've seen any of her like interviews, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, it's good. It's very, very, very well made. So like if you like musicals and you like Wicked, you need to do yourself a favor and go see it.
Yeah.
It is very good. Like full stamp of approval on that show for sure.
I mean, even the Critical Drinker was like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, and I watch him and I watch Nerdrotic. Like, so if you don't like that stuff, like Nerdrotic doesn't, then yes, it doesn't make sense. But no, if you have an appreciation for that stuff, like Ariana Grande, she kills it.
Yeah.
Bro. Like she kills it. She is so, I'd rather watch her than Kristen Chenoweth.
Really?
Do it. Yeah. And the main girl, Elphaba, she plays it like perfect. And you will cry. You will cry in this movie. Like they do the portrayal. There's where they like. Have you seen Wicked? Like the music, the play.
I saw it once, and I know the.
So
main
the part
songs.
where like she gives her the black hat, and it's like a joke, and then she actually shows up at the bar, and then like in the play, it's very like quick, but she starts kind of like dancing, and then like that's when Glinda like realizes, oh, like I should be her friend. The way the movie does it is phenomenal. Like it is so good. Like so good, and you will cry yourself to sleep because of how well they made that portrayal. Like it is so it's marvelous.
Brie was all smiles. She was so happy.
It holds up.
Yeah,
it holds up. Perfect. Yeah. It's really good. Full stamp of approval. I wouldn't mind seeing it again in the theater. And the thing is like, it's intriguing because they only get to define gravity. So like it's the opening act, and then they still have an act that to do. And so it's like everyone I think is really curious about like, well, how are they going to do another movie? And so it's just like that really is like it's really good. Highly recommended by this guy.
Well, I highly recommend Free Guy. It's Ryan Reynolds, PG-13 Ryan Reynolds, and it's really good. And Jodie Cromer.
I don't know who that is.
So, there's a TV show she's really famous for. It's called Killing Eve. And
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah. So I've seen 4 or 5 episodes of it. Anyway, she plays this assassin, a Russian assassin, and she is creepy. She is so good in this Killing Eve show. Like she is creepy and intriguing, and such a good actress. Like she will change from Russian accent to English accent flawlessly and make it creepy. Like, I don't know who you are. Like, are you really Russian or are you really American? Like,
that's cool.
And she's just but in real life, she's British. She has a British accent. And it's cool. Like, holy cow, she is impressive. And anyway, in this Free Guy movie, she is really good. And there's this Mariah Carey song that is just, it's so well put into the movie. And it's just so well done. It's really good. I think you and Brittany would love this movie. But it's not that I don't like Mariah Carey. Just stop with that darn Christmas song.
It's
not a Christmas song.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's as much a Christmas song as Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes. Like, All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's like, great.
Perfect.
What are you improving?
There's this guy named Jesus. He was pretty important.
Yeah. And it's like, why is this the most famous song during Christmas?
Died. We all died, Psyduck.
All of you.
Where were you?
So my family well knows my feelings on that song.
Yeah.
So halfway through this light show, that song comes on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why? There are so many Christmas songs. I took out
the barriers and I drove home.
I have a car for a reason. I can get out.
Man committed a misdemeanor today.
You know what my trigger point was? All I Want for Christmas Is You. I don't want any of it.
I don't want I don't want you for Christmas. I am good.
I could have just turned the song off, but no. I just ran through all of the lights.
I drove home and I waited for the police to come.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh, that's
Hello, concurrent viewer. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
At the tail end, we had a pretty good middle today.
Yeah.
Just didn't keep them. Just didn't keep them. It's probably because we were talking too much about the NBA and how terrible ratings have
NBA
been.
stinks. But
We're
yeah.
purists.
Oh man. Oh. So yeah, for you guys, a suggestion: if you've never seen Tag, it's a great rated R movie. It's fun and dumb.
You're a great rated R movie. You know what's funny is I feel like Deadpool was actually way different than the other ones, and let me tell you why.
Which Deadpool? Sorry,
the newest one. So yes, there's swearing. Yes, there's death and all the things, but it's still kind of like Disney-fied. Like it's not like when they killed Brad Pitt in the electricity, I kind of was like super sad about it. And whereas this, I was like, and honestly, like I do like Deadpool, but it was kind of much sometimes.
I was the first one,
like both the first and the second one. I'm like, it was just a lot of like body,
actual death.
You know what I mean? But like this one, I thought it was way more tolerable.
Well,
way more tolerable.
Yeah. Well, think about it. The deaths. Who is he really killing? He's not killing anyone in real life.
Yeah.
So all of the deaths either come in the hell that they were in.
Right.
So like characters that were already dead.
Right. Already moved on.
Yeah.
Right. Like people would have already moved on with their lives.
Like they're in MCU hell.
Yeah.
Like that's what they were in, or he was killing a whole bunch of minions for the for
well, and like the sacrifice was actually real because like Deadpool was the focus of all the other movies, so like their deaths they didn't matter at all. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, we killed a bunch of characters because it was funny to kill a bunch of characters, but this didn't really like we don't care. Whereas like they honored, Gambit, for example. Like Gambit like had like real presence and like, and then Deadpool actually because he doesn't really like anyone. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's why everyone is so like expendable, because it's like, well, what do I care if? But he actually liked Gambit, and he liked these other characters, as it were. Right. And it was just so funny to see that. And I thought it made it just like a lot more enjoyable, to tell you the truth. I thought this is really like interesting. You know what? I think I just need to start taking this. Oh, keep her away. Stay away from me, Ninetales. Keep her away. But yeah, I was just super interested in that myself. Oh, good. How did Ninetales get it when I am? That's super frustrating to me. I was playing this. Oh my
God.
I was playing this and I was sitting out in that like area, and I let loose Deceidiai's
Unite move.
ultimate, Unite move, and he wasn't hitting Rayquaza. Like, I don't know if I was like too close. Like, it literally wasn't losing life. And I'm like, what happened?
Right.
Ugh.
Yikes.
So frustrating.
Sorry.
So dumb.
Ugh.
So dumb.
Oh. It wasn't a good game.
No, it was not. I'm telling you, Decidueye is not. Decidueye is not the guy.
It's not your guy.
It's not the guy.
Huh?
Hello, Jonathan Alvarez.
Hi.
Good old thumbs up. We appreciate you out there.
So
Slowly building our way up to doing this full time. Can you imagine if we did this full time?
that'd be nuts.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is what I would like to do as well is start doing like game reviews. Because I think that would help. But it's a slow, and it's a slow process. I don't know how to market. If anyone knows how to market out there, we need your help.
Yep.
That's what we need.
Yep.
We need a superstar marketer.
Be like, this is what you're doing wrong.
Yeah. Which is
How to get
everything.
more subscribers.
We're doing everything wrong. So I got Resident Evil 4 for Christmas. So now we have 3 Resident Evils to play for Halloween. So we have 3 years worth of.
Well, yeah. Why do you hate me so much when I give you nothing but love?
Why? And I give you nothing but love. Oh my gosh. So good. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to wait. I probably won't. You're going to come over in like May.
You'll like have
be
it
like,
up.
guess what? Guess what we're playing? Yes. It's just so fun.
For spring
Well,
solstice.
and RE9 is like in development now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like if that comes out soonish,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna have to play that. Oh, so good.
Okay.
So good, Tyler.
Yay.
And there's a lot of horror games that you don't even know about, like Dead Space. I've never played Dead Space, but lots of people liked some Dead Space. Let me tell you.
I was watching a TikTok and I had to tell you a story about TikTok. And he's like, I'm playing this horror game with it was dinosaurs.
Okay, Dino Crisis.
Something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Made by the same people that made Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it looked terrifying.
Yeah, and it's not even new.
Yeah.
It's
like an
PlayStation 1, I believe.
Yeah. It looked super old.
Yeah.
But it's like whoever made this knew how to make a horror game.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know if this is a fan game, but I think someone is maybe remaking Dino Crisis. If they do, definitely play it. And that's another game I haven't played, which would be fun because it's fun, like not playing games that I haven't played, because then the scares are all too real.
Yeah.
Oh, I am super down, and I am so excited.
Lady
that this
Dimitrescu.
happened.
Oh my gosh. Still. Every time.
Oh yeah,
When she popped out of that
so good.
that room and we were trapped. I was ready to run out of this room.
Oh, well, and it's so good. It's so wonderful that we did it in the dark.
Uh-huh.
That's what made it even better.
Yeah, that was so much fun. That was a lot of fun.
All those screams were genuine.
Oh, man.
They were as genuine as you can get. So. Well, and that's what's hard, because it's like, I don't know if we're going to finish Zelda on the stream, because we didn't finish
Mario.
and it's just like, I think we just are going to move on from Zelda as well. And now I got other games too, like the Tomb Raider remasters.
Okay.
And so it's like,
that's cool.
I want to do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I actually never played all the way through Tomb Raider, so there's going to be a lot of parts of it that are going to be really new for me, which is cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes, you're dead, Glaceon.
I was rewatching our last stream of Zelda, and
I have a 4 streak.
and the bigoted try.
Oh my gosh, so good. That's such a good bit. That's such a good bit.
I was laughing so hard.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Like, this is so dumb.
Bigoted try is so good. I love that joke. So good.
But man, that game,
it's exhausting.
It's exhausting, yeah.
It is. And you're just thinking to yourself, it's like, okay, like, yeah. Well, and it just hasn't, I don't know that it's gotten a lot of play either. So I'm going to have to kind of look at the analytics and be like, okay, is this really one that we want to do again? Should we be doing something else? We'll just have to see.
And it's just a lot of reading, and there's not a lot of give and take.
And that's the other thing too, is like, I feel like we should play games until maybe if we're more established, like the Game Grumps, then it's like, yeah, they can kind of get away with like doing voices and like, because they already have that audience. I feel like we need to do games that that like speak themselves, and that we don't have to make that up. Oh, that was death. We all died.
Like, we don't have to make up our own voices or our own character, but
it's just like,
but a bigoted try was a good idea.
We need to, on the camera will be a good idea. Like putting our faces up I think is a good idea. People just like seeing faces,
right?
So,
especially mine.
Yeah,
that's what I've been told.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
Ish. Got him.
It's funny. It's fun. Life is fun.
Life is fun and not boring at all, and doesn't make me want to meet everyone. I'll stick with that. Oh, we all died.
Oh my god.
Freaking Machamp.
Jeez. Relax, Machamp.
Jeez, can you take a chill pill? Are you on the roids?
Yeah.
I choose to believe that you're natty, okay? I choose to believe that Machamp is natty. I could be very wrong. We don't know. He grew 2 more arms. Machoke and Machop have 2 arms and he has 4. The roids went wrong.
So the one thing with Adam Silver, he's like,
oh, he's one of the worst commissioners that's ever existed.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, our viewership is down, but our highlights on TikTok
are getting a lot of money to the WNBA.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And he's like, our viewers on TikTok and X are going through the roof. And it's like,
yeah, because they
always have. Like,
well, and it's in there, but it's hate watching.
Right.
Too. Like it's not genuine. It's not genuine interest.
Right.
They hate you. That's why they're watching you. Like, we're literally making fun of you, you moron.
Yeah, you aren't watching the highlights of the game.
Right.
You're watching, if anything, it's a cool dunk. But,
right. Yeah,
but
well,
you
yeah,
can see
exactly.
that
It's stuff like that. Right.
Yeah, you can see stuff like that from all time. Like, I'd rather watch an MJ dunk or back when the Clippers were doing their Lob City.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch those dunks than anything that's going on right now. Or the dunk against the Sonic guy that pointed at everyone after his dunks. Anyway, it's just and it's like, Adam Silver, you've lost the plot. You just don't understand.
Well, it's just like the WNBA.
And why are you rich?
Right.
Why are you rich and not me? Like, why are idiots still rich?
Right people, right time, bro. No, it is. It's a joke. Like,
it's nuts sometimes.
I keep getting in the fray and dying. I have done a terrible job after killing 4 people in a row. I don't know what's happened.
And then I'm like, I'm just wondering about these guys' revenue. Like, is it all from crowds? Or is it all from just advertisers?
No, yeah,
like, how did these guys make
the thing
so
is
much money?
They made that money, and now that money is going to go away, and then they're really going to like see what it was all about.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, and now I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Is it's kind of like the MLB? Are they going to recover?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. I'm starting to get more into baseball. But from like YouTube channels. So, okay. So there's a big kind of trend going on with
I shouldn't
like
have chased.
golf YouTube channels and baseball YouTube channels. But not from like professional baseball players, just like regular guys with entertaining ideas playing golf together that are pretty good, but not like professionals. You know, like not like LG, like GP, whatever.
The PGA.
Yeah. Or from the MLB, but like triple stars that are entertaining to be around and watch, you know? So it's like there's a YouTube channel that Trevor Bauer has made.
Yeah.
And it's super entertaining. It's really fun to watch.
That went south so badly.
But it's not like over the top, produced.
No.
It's not Fox worthy produced.
That's the thing is like you really have to just start doing. You really just have to start watching things just simply because you enjoy watching it. And then just tune out everything else about it if you're going to like go that route. You know what I mean? It's like, so you basically just have to be like, okay, I like baseball, so that's why I watch baseball. So that's why I'm going to watch the World Series. And again, it's hard too because like our team sucks. That's what was so hard about this year with college football because the Utes suck.
Right.
And it's like, it's really frustrating to me. And I kind of feel like I want to kind of like cuss out all those people because it's like, how dare you like fill my head with dreams about like how good you guys are. And I paid all this money and like season ticket holders paid all this money. And that's what you gave us. Like, who do you think you are?
Right.
Like you should be out there apologizing to everybody. Like you should be absolutely in sackcloth and ash, apologizing to everyone and be like, okay, this is why it went wrong. This is what we're doing to fix it. Like enough of these coaches just hiding everything.
Right.
I cannot stand that. Like, I don't care about your stupid little mind games. Tell me why Rising isn't playing. Tell me why whatever it is, and for whatever reason, because I deserve, and us as the fans deserve better than what we got.
Right.
And that's how I feel about movies and all of it.
It's like they told us Rising was going to be back the next game.
Right.
Like
they kept like saying that, and they kept doing those things, and it's like, you guys are not. Yeah.
Yeah. They kept saying Rising is coming back for this Saturday. You make plans to go to a friend's house. You make plans to, okay, what channel is this on?
You put money on the game.
You put money on the game. You make lunch plans. You tell your wife, I can't watch the kids. I'm going over to this friend's house to watch the U of U game. You get there and it's Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Isaac Wilson.
Yeah. And it's like, this isn't even Ryan Wilson.
Right.
Like this 18-year-old.
Right.
That I don't care for.
Who shouldn't even have been playing like they put, and that's what frustrates me too. He did everything he could and they put him in a terrible situation.
Right.
And that's the coach's fault.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. I mean, he's
and now
and it's like
I
watch this game and I'm like, dude, You can't even get past the 50-yard line, and I made all these plans for 3 hours
Right.
to watch one game.
Yeah, because it's
like,
fine
now it's
losing.
next
Like
Saturday.
losing is fine, and everyone has to deal with losing.
Uh-huh.
The way that the Utes lost this year and how terrible they were, absolutely disgusting. And they should be embarrassed about what happened. And they should, and like I said, they owe everyone an apology.
Yeah.
Like how dare you like ask for money for season tickets when you guys were supposedly going to be the ones who won the whole thing, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
You disgusting. Like that I didn't like usually I keep my like TV subscription for, you know, the whole season up until like the playoff. I did it after November. I haven't had a subscription.
Right.
Like that is how sick and tired I am of this nonsense. And that's why I also talk about like we're not playing the same game. Like we need to separate all the things. Oh my gosh. We need to separate it so that it makes sense for what we actually can achieve. Like it's ridiculous that we play in the same league and then we really don't have a chance at winning a national championship, which is the whole point of playing.
Right.
In college basketball, I feel like needs to figure this out too. It's a little bit better with college ball, but it's still like a have and have not situation. Like
Right.
you're not.
Yeah.
It's still blue bloods like that are going to win.
Yeah.
You know, and admittedly, for me as a Utah fan, that's also why it was so heartbreaking when they didn't win. Oh my gosh, he lost like no life when I threw that ball. Like no life came off. Did everyone see that?
That is
I feel like that's silly, game.
It's rigged.
It's lies. It's all a lie.
Yeah. But
Ooh, Cliff Fable, you
I don't
ended
know.
up in a really bad situation there, didn't ya?
But it's weird. Like I can't get Owen into any sport. Like
to enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
No,
watch football with me. Doesn't watch baseball or
Yeah.
he'll watch soccer. But I'm like, I can't. I've never gotten into soccer. I don't. There was only one World Cup that I got into.
Well, have you been to an RSL game?
One.
They're cool. Like they do. They do a good job. Like props to RSL. They really do. They do a phenomenal job.
I think I may be able to get him into hockey.
Oh, hockey. Well, and like I said, it's free. Just get an antenna. It's channel 16. Every single Utah hockey game is free to watch. I've been watching them.
Yeah.
No, they're good. It's fun. Well, and the thing is they're not a bad team.
Yeah.
Like they have a winning record, and I think they won like 4 in a row, like just recently. Like they're not bad.
I watched their first few games in the season. Like their first few games, and they were beating people.
Yeah,
like,
it's been good. Yeah, and it you know, and it's great that it's free.
Uh-huh.
You know, you just need an antenna.
Okay.
I have some recommendations for antennas as well.
Okay.
So don't go cheap. Like and your house has like a pretty good like window, like right next to right.
Yeah.
So like just you have a pretty good setup to actually get good like reception.
Sure.
Whereas like if you go in my bedroom, I had to literally tape the cord on the wall. It looks so stupid. It's so stupid.
Okay.
It's so redneck, but it works.
Hey, when it works, it works.
I get the channels.
And also, we aren't rich enough to not be redneck, so screw it.
Duct tape is the best.
Yes. There's something going on with my dishwasher that has buckled my flooring.
That's weird. Is it leaking?
We think so.
Ugh.
So
Water
we may have to
problems
like
are always
redo.
like a huge,
Yeah,
not good.
we may have to redo the flooring.
I'm sorry. I mean, we just did a water heater that was leaking. Like, it was like, we're lucky that it was contained in like that little corner.
Right.
But yeah.
Yep. Water.
Oh, you want to ult? You want to ult? I will end you.
He was ready to go all out. And he went out.
And he died.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fun. So, I don't know. Redneck problems and
Yeah.
being poor problems. And it's like, okay, I heard the average income for a family right now is like $69,000. Something like that.
In Utah?
And just in the US.
Oh, in the US.
It's like 63 to 70, something like that. And I make 80. But
Yeah, I'm
all
right
of us
under
still
70.
poor. So
Yeah.
so
Right.
if
Or well, at least you feel poor.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't get ahead. There's no way. Even at $80,000 a year.
Right.
And so I was I was reading an article or listening to an article or something, and they were like, if you went back to the 80s, or if you wanted to live like your parents did in the 80s or 90s, you'd have to make $245,000 a year to
Isn't
be that
nuts?
financially secure.
Right.
To be as gas and food and housing isn't a big deal, you'd have to go to $245,000 a year.
Well, and
how
that-
are we gonna get there?
Right.
How is anyone gonna get there?
Well, and that's why. Oh man, you just punched me in the face.
Like that's why there was so little empathy for the CEO
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's why.
Which isn't great. Like
No.
like we shouldn't be celebrating it, in my opinion, and both of our opinions.
Yeah.
But we also, if we're just trying to be honest observers of what happened, that's why.
Yeah.
And again, it's not good. It's not. It's terrible.
Yes.
But if you're just trying to be honest, then it's like, yeah, we're also not stupid.
Right. And it's like, but there's such, like, the class.
Did I get it? I did get it. You suck, all of you. Sorry out there.
The class warfare right now.
Pikachu! It's about Pikachu!
Yes! I agree.
Oh,
All about
that's
Pikachu.
why I ride him the
Well
whole
done.
time. Pikachu, everybody. Sending love to Pikachu. That definitely had to have echoed.
Yes.
Had to. I'm
Excited.
sure I'm going to listen to this and be like, well,
Oh, that did
calm
happen.
down a little bit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this room is not soundproof. I'm sure I just woke up Avery, I think, or Jamie, who's ever, I think it's Jamie that's underneath,
Yeah.
that's above us.
Oh.
So funny.
Oh, man. It's just like, you're never going to catch up.
Yeah.
You're
Well, and
never-
that's,
it's like, unless something very, very drastic happens. And
Right.
it's like, and what are we supposed to do in that? Like, people have bought homes for $400,000 or $500,000. Like, you can't just all of a sudden
Yeah.
make homes,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
price of $200,000
Right.
again. Like,
Right.
it's just, that's going to kill people, But keeping the house at $400,000 price wise is killing people. Like what do you do? You know, you put people in these situations.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah.
It's like there's no wonder we voted for Trump back.
Well, and the thing is
because he was the closest thing to a good economy.
I have this argument with people, not argument, but just discussion. And a lot of people are like, well, it's this, or these are what the numbers say. And it's like, look, you cannot show you the influence that one little thing has on the economy can be enormous. So like,
right.
BlackRock, for example, so it's not that like BlackRock bought most of the homes. Most of the homes in Utah are going to people that are from Utah. They just are moving to different places in Utah. So that is true. But the problem is that even though that is the case, the market just works on future projection, right? So it's like, okay, people from California come in and they pay cash. And it's like that elevates it. And when that elevation happens, it's really hard in the housing market for it to go back down. So it goes up because some Californians come in, not a ton, but some. And so they're like, okay, so that happened. Then they're like, okay, we then have, I'm going to have to end on this. I wanted Pikachu and the last guy in the other team took him. You suck. Dang it. But so then that rose it. And then BlackRock comes in and says, okay, like we'll pay cash and you won't have to, you'll be able to get this free, and so then that raises it. And so the problem is like those things only had to happen a little bit. It didn't have to happen all that much. And then the market gets set. And then because Utah isn't really building outside of the valley,
right? It
stays in the valley,
right?
We're not building, and the things that we're building are like townhomes and upward instead of outward.
We're moving up,
right? Not
out.
And so then everyone's like, well, everyone wants to like own property and then just rent it,
right?
And it's like our home doubled in value in 5 years, and we overpaid for it when we first paid for it. Like this home is not worth like what we had to pay for it,
right?
It's not. And the thing is then you get stuck because it's like if you want to stay in Utah, you are having, that's what you're having to deal with. And so it's like, and it's hard to fix it because it's like, well, the government could come and fix it by giving us all like a huge lump sum. But if you do that actually will raise the prices because now it's free money that wasn't attached to anything.
Right.
And then you're like, so then what you're hoping for is like a crash. But if it crashes, that will affect the rest of the economy. It won't just affect housing.
Right.
So you don't want to crash.
Yeah, you don't want to crash because then you risk of losing your job, losing your current home, your parents losing a home, your sister losing homes. And
so then the option then almost becomes to move.
Right.
Because we could sell this house and buy a house in Texas outright. And we would have more land and a bigger house.
Right.
But the thing is like I love Utah. Like I know some people like dog on Utah. Utah's a good place. I don't know what to tell anyone. Utah's a good place to live. It's one of the safest places to live. It has, I think now it's rated the #1 economy in the country.
Right.
Like all those things are true. Right. And so, but then it does suck because it's like my parents, when they were my age, were moving into that house where we grew up together in West Jordan, right? Me and Brittany can't move.
Yeah, we could. Me and Brianna could never move into those houses.
No.
Like we
just can't move in general.
Right.
Like, where would we go?
Yeah. Where would we go? Our rent's $1,000.
Right.
That's less than any 2-bedroom apartment here.
Right.
You know?
I think our rent is 12. It's like $1,280.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
How would we do that?
Where else would you go with a 5-6 bedroom house?
Brittany would literally have to work full time. And it's like, and that's the thing is like, that was another teacher assistant. That was another thing. Yeah, exactly. She'd have to teach. And that was another thing that people didn't understand. Like we started doing these things. Like we gave the economy double the amount of employees. So it's not about that women work or not work. That's not the issue. It's that we gave them we doubled the workforce. So then jobs became scarce. So then they didn't have to pay us a wage that mattered. And so now, and they still don't have to. And that's why it's like important that we close the borders and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the problem too, is like, it's okay to have a differing opinion. Like, for example, a lot of you are probably hearing me. It's like, oh, he's probably pretty conservative. It's like, yeah, on a lot of things I am. I'm not very conservative when it comes to healthcare.
Yeah.
I want a system like England has. Like that's what I would go with, you know, or at least an American version of it, right? Like, we should always be looking to do it in the American way, so that I'm gonna die. Almost got there. We should always do it in an American and innovative way. But I want universal health care. And I want us to do it the way that America would do it.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Right.
I don't care what it is, but we need, and if universal health care is not, like, the way I'm thinking about it is not the answer, that's fine. Then let's find whatever the answer is.
Yeah.
Like, because for me, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about, like, okay, I have a master's degree in economics. So, like, I understand, like, how a lot of that stuff works. I'm fairly competent at it. So then let's figure out a way to figure out how to do what's best for everyone.
Right.
And so, and you, like, especially you and your family, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about more than I know what I'm talking about. You guys have way more things that happen to you because of this messed up system that we're in.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention, and I took the wrong other move.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. Yeah, like a lot of values I have are conservative. Yes,
most.
Yeah, most of them are. Yeah, but then I'm like, health wise, I think a lot of the reason why Americans are so fat and unhealthy and type 1 diabetes isn't fixed.
Right.
Like,
well,
the thing that they're doing is containing type 1 diabetes. They're just making it easier to contain it.
Yeah, it's like when an oil spill happens, they, instead of like actually cleaning up the mess, you're right on it. I 100% agree with what you're saying.
And it's like you have to fix the boats.
Yeah.
You know, you have to fix.
You have to actually get the oil out of the water. Like, you actually have to clean up the animals. You have to actually, like. Yeah, right.
But no, they just like, all right, well, those animals are dead. Let's just contain it from going any further out.
Right. And it'll just sit there for the rest of time. Like, it's just going to sit. It's just going to be an oil spill forever. Like, we're never actually going to fix the oil spill. It'll literally sit there for the rest of time.
Right. And it's like, they aren't trying to fix type 1 diabetes. And it's really sad. It's really, really hard to live.
Well, and that's the whole thing about being an American. Like, we're supposed to be this super ultra, like, innovative land and people, but we really need it for this sector. Like, we really need it.
Like
but we haven't done anything about it, or at least nothing really significant in a long time.
Like I'm
Cancer, same thing.
Yeah. Like I'm super grateful I live in the US.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Yeah. Because
But it's okay to recognize things when they're not good.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's
but
okay.
we also live in the US.
Right.
Like, even.
Well, that's just us. I feel like that's just also us holding ourselves and our country to a high standard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, we are taking on the mantle of being. Why is Gengar just sitting there?
Yeah.
What is he upset about?
I don't know. Oh, there he is.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But the good news is that X worked the other week.
Yeah.
Like it worked.
Yeah, with the CR. Yeah.
Like that was my thing. I don't know. Like I was like, but it worked this time. The politicians were being politicians and trying to get all the pork, all the fun stuff, and you send out an image of this is what this bill looks like, and we haven't even had it for a day.
Right.
And it's bigger than the Bible.
Right.
And it's like, no, don't vote on this. And all of a sudden it's dead. And it turns into a 150 page thing that only did 3 things.
Right.
And it's like, that is what Americans want.
Yeah. Well, right. Because it's like, is it about being, the people. Sable, you're perfect. I don't know if we're going to win still, but I love it.
Yeah. But I also read another statistic that the class disparity right now is more than the French Revolution disparity.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
I died super fast. And look, good old Gengar. Where is he? Gengar's just off in La La Land, just doing what he wants. This is why this game is toxic. This is why everyone hates him. And because he's going to score the most points, he's going to get MVP, right? Because he just put in 100. But we lost. And we lost because he was off doing his own thing. So good job. Good job, Gengar. You're a champ.
Did nothing for you.
I literally hope this Pikachu kills you. I hate you.
Jeez.
What a jackwagon. If you're going to play this game, be a good teammate. Like, it's okay to, make mistakes and mess up. That's not a big deal.
Right.
It's not a big deal at all.
Right.
But don't do that. Don't do that. On purpose. At least it feels like he did it on purpose, right?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
And then he becomes MVP.
Right.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Just the worst. Absolute worst. This has not been a good master rank. This has been, and I keep picking Decidueye. I shouldn't pick Decidueye. Anybody else but Decidueye. I just need to learn him better, I guess.
And then all the grandparents and all your parents, your boomer parents are like, why aren't you having more kids? And it's like, because I can't.
Well, yeah, right. It's like, I would love, so, me and Britt, we're not able to have kids, but there's lots of ways, we adopted 2 and we could do foster care. We could there's more ways, right? And it's but just just to put in the application for adoption is $27,000 just for the application, and then overall it was like 50 for Jamie, and so it's like we, and then we did in vitro, and that was 15, and then it didn't work, and so it's like you guys are scam artists, like. That's what I was telling Brittany. I kind of got frustrated. We're kind of fighting about it, but I was like, those doctors should be ashamed of themselves. Like, you charged us 15 grand and it didn't work. Like, you should not get paid if it doesn't work. Like, you should have to like, okay, so it just like insurance works, right? It's like we all pay into it. And then when there's an accident, like, they pay out. Like, that's the whole point of it, right?
Right.
That's how in vitro should work, too. It's like, okay, like, some of you, it's going to work on the first try. And so we're going to make a pretty good profit from that, because in reality, it doesn't take 15 grand to make this all work, right? So they have, they make profit or whatever, right? And it's like, but some of you, it's going to take 3 times. And we're still going to make some money off of all the other ones where it works the most, or we're going to innovate so that most likely it'll work on the first try. But those other people that don't, we will do it until you get a baby.
Right.
Right. Or and if we don't, because like maybe there is something that just like maybe Brittany can't have kids for whatever reason, or it's me or whoever it is, then it's like we will refund you that money. Because we don't take money without giving you a result. It is absolutely atrocious. And the thing is like, I can understand even maybe in other areas where you can't do that. And I do get that. But again, the most important thing that we can probably do as a society is have more kids. But we are not incentivized to have more kids.
Right.
Because of all the things that you're saying.
Not at all.
If I could have a bigger house, or I could move up in the world, or I could pay for college for them to all go, or whatever it is, then yeah, I would have 7.
Yeah. I'd have 5. Yeah.
Just like our families. Like my family was a small LDS family, and my parents had 4 kids. Yeah. And that's small.
Small.
That's not a big family. For LDS people.
And the biggest family, the dad worked in a candy shop.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree.
And it's like,
so if you guys
I'm sorry, I have 10 years of accounting experience, and I can't live in that house. I couldn't afford it.
No.
Like that house that we're talking about, we know who we're talking about. It's easily a 1/4 acre lot, and it's easily 500,000 to 600,000.
Yeah. Oh, I bet it's in the 7s.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
That's how much square feet is there.
And it makes me sad because I told Britt, it's like I actually want to buy the house I grew up in. I want to buy it.
I would love to buy the house I grew up in.
Yeah. I want to buy that house. And, it's not for sale right now, but if it ever did, it's like there's no way. There's no way. And it's like and that's the thing. If I could have bought it from my parents, I would have.
Yeah. So when my parents moved in, they bought that house for $90,000. It was brand new built.
Yeah.
Like they were building it.
Right.
So it was $90,000, and my dad made $120,000.
Right.
As an air traffic controller.
Well, and that was like, that's a good salary.
It's a great salary. Yeah. It was the late 90s too.
I mean, we would feel blessed right now having that salary.
Right. And he talked budget and everything, and like, yeah, just work hard.
Right.
And it's like, man, you know what?
Yeah.
Like,
you can kind of take that working hard thing and kind of shove it.
Yeah. It just is like,
Ugh.
There's a reason no one's listening to Dave Ramsey anymore.
Yeah.
Because you can't save your way through this.
Nope. Yeah. No,
and that just drives me nuts. And it's like, yeah, save $1,000 for an emergency. I don't know. It's like an emergency
Yeah,
is
no.
an
$1,000.
emergency room, and that's $2,000, dude.
Right.
Like that's not saved money.
Right.
That's a tire.
Right.
That's not getting yourself out of an emergency.
Yeah.
That's a down payment.
We had 2 emergencies that happened this year, and it cost us over 10 grand.
Right.
Yeah.
We went to the yard twice, and it's going to be 4 or 5 with insurance.
Yeah. Right. And how much do you pay in insurance every month?
$400.
Yeah. I think mine is. Oh, what is mine? So it's probably like 280 because it's like I think it's 140. I think it's every paycheck.
Yeah. Almost 200 paycheck. Like something in there. Pretty normal.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it's never going to end. And I think this is a lot of the Democrat fault.
Well, and rhinos. And the rhinos. Yeah.
Right.
It's Democrats and the rhino, for sure.
Right. Thinking that they know what's best.
How did that guy survive for so long? Jeez. There were 5 of us.
He had Joe Biden plan.
Well, and Joe Biden. So Joseph Robino Biden, you schmuck. Like, you just absolute tool.
Like, when you think of the ultimate tool,
Obama.
Joe Biden is up there.
Obama.
Yeah.
He was a tool too.
He was a tool. Oh man. But what Trump did to the Cheneys is so glorious. So good. Like how they drove the Cheney family and even the Bush family a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh no, like Jeb Bush was supposed to be the heir apparent.
Uh-huh.
You know. He was at least supposed to be the nominee.
Right.
And he made him look, and that's the thing is that is kind of what we've all like voted for. Like we've all voted, for, well, that's maybe unfair because there's a lot of people that vote for Kamala and a lot.
Right.
But if we're talking about like kind of how we're discussing it, it's like, yeah, we ended up with as much of a mandate as you possibly could have. Like, I understand why people bristle at that. I do. Nope, I don't want that, actually. Don't want to do that. But it's like when you recover a ton of seats, when you have, when you do win the popular vote, that hasn't been done in a long time. For Republican candidates, conservative candidates. When you have the Argentine president winning like he did,
right?
And because essentially he, and he's done so well, and like having lived in that country, it's like I know exactly like how terrible it was. I know very well why he was elected. And I'm guessing that the same thing's going to happen probably for Canada. I would imagine.
Right. I
Maybe
imagine
I'm wrong, but
they're almost to the point of like, what is it? Annex. Like, and not, it's like alienating, but exile.
Yeah.
They're like almost making Trudeau going into exile.
Yeah. Right.
like that's how mad some of these Canadians are. And so I heard another thing today that their economy is about as big as Mississippi's is.
Oh, yeah?
The state of Mississippi. They used to be like the third in the world.
Yeah.
And then Trudeau came in and just annihilated it.
Right.
Just like, nope. And for what? For what? For global, like the
right. Well, and for their ideas of what they think the new order should be. You know, oh my gosh.
And they're just
getting so fast.
And they're just getting rocked because when push comes to shove, government is for the people.
Right.
Is for their people to improve and to be protected. Not for the government to protect other countries or other people's people.
Right.
You know?
And that's like, yeah, no, you're right.
And you know, there's a reason that Trump won all 7 swing states because they saw what they did to Canada. Which is
also crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they saw what they did to North Carolinians.
Yeah.
Like, send people more than $700.
Well, and that is why X is so valuable. And admittedly, then we started hearing all the time about like, oh, we want to censor X. We like after the election, like that was a very big talking point about we don't want information out, essentially.
Right.
And it's like, no, that like Musk, that is why Musk is like an important figure.
Right.
And like, you know, and he has gotten other people like Zuckerberg to kind of like flip on what he did, you know, and he's probably just trying to save his butt.
Right.
But even if that is the case, it's still welcome. You know what I mean? Like it's like, please, like change the policies that you were using because this is actually like, we need you to, you know? Like this, that would be very beneficial for us if you did.
Yeah, it would be. It's just nuts. Like when I heard that the disparity between, you know, lower class and upper class is more like the gap is more than it was in the French Revolution.
Well, and it is hard and it is difficult because it's like it's the same thing that I recognize. So like being a member of the church and like still going to church on Sunday and all that stuff. It's kind of the same thing that happened with them where it's like, so even though I still believe in it all, the things that look unsavory, whether they even are or not, because I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. You don't know everything, and none of us do, right? Like we don't have the full picture, but that's actually kind of the problem. Is like I am in favor of like the church actually having an audit that is as transparent as humanly possible.
Right.
So like I do want to know where every single dime goes.
Right.
I want to know that. And I feel like us as members deserve it. Like so I want to know, every dime that is sent, I want to know where it goes, where it is going. I do. And I think that would be important.
Right.
So it's because it's like, it's unfair for people because even though I still believe in it 100%, and like you and my brothers are kind of in, you know, the same camps that you're in, that like it is absolutely reasonable that you're in the camps that you're in. Because they just haven't been as transparent as they should.
Right.
And it's like, so it'd be nice if like, it would be nice if that would happen. And that is a problem that the church has. And what's so funny is they don't it doesn't feel like they necessarily recognize it.
Right.
Which is also kind of an issue. It's like,
Right.
look, like, or at least just like tell me why. It's like, well, we're afraid that if we do this, and just be honest, like just be vulnerable, like
Yeah.
be vulnerable with us all, and just be like, you know what, this is actually why we don't. And then we as the people, right, if we're thinking of it as like a government, like we're talking about the government, we then should be like, okay, like we agree with that, or no, we don't. We actually still think, because this is a policy thing. This isn't a doctrine thing.
Right.
Doctrine, it's like, no, you're the leaders of the church, and you are meant, like, we believe you to be a prophet, so you're supposed to like prophesy to us, and then it's our choice to follow you or not. Just like Jesus, just like David, just like anyone. That's
Right.
how we in the church view, prophets.
Sure.
But this stuff is not prophetic. It's not this is the nuts and bolts of running a multi-billion-dollar church. And I do believe that I think it must change.
Right.
Like it must.
Right.
And honestly, if they do, I actually think that not only are a lot of people going to join, but I think a lot of people are going to come back.
Right.
Because they're going to feel like
They would?
Oh yeah, and not even just for the fact that it's just like people like to feel like they're listened to.
Right. Yeah.
Even
yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, we heard you guys, and like that was a good idea, and we, because we claim, being the Church of Christ and all that stuff, we're all for it. And I think that would go a long way.
Yeah.
And it's okay for people to just be like, yeah, we understand those principles of obedience, and we understand those things, but you're making it harder for people to follow you. Like,
Right.
and I don't think
Yeah.
if I were giving them advice, I'd be like, this would actually help. Like this would help our church and help, like, because we literally, people of the church believe that it is Christ's church. Like that is a literal classification of the things that we believe.
Yeah.
And we just need to do a better job. And that's why I say it's like, I understand why people feel the way they felt or feel the way they feel in its relation to how they've chosen to go about their life now. Because it is kind of like, it seems, even though I don't think they are doing things that are sketchy, you're making yourself look like you're doing things that are sketchy. And and that's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, why do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's like, why?
Yeah, like you can be smarter about it. Like, and
Right.
be
Do
generous
what
to the
you
people.
said you were going to do. Do
Yeah.
what you said you're doing.
Yeah. Well, and what they used to do.
Right.
Like Joseph Smith, like from my understanding of church history, they were very like forthcoming about everything that they were doing. Like, now there were some things it was like, because I know like the whole polygamy thing, so it's like, yeah, I understand. So it's not exactly, but I think with money, I think with tithing, they were like really like a lot more what's the word, transparent when it came to tithing stuff.
I think so too. I don't know. I
But I
haven't
don't
looked
know.
into
Maybe
it.
I'm wrong. Like, I could be wrong.
I know that there were a lot of like bank issues and fraud issues. I've heard that. I haven't done my research on it, but it's like the Book of Mormon almost bankrupted them from trying to get it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
And
so they were like-
Martin Harris had to sell his farm to even get it published.
Right.
And then, yeah.
But it's like, yeah, they were a poor church trying to get footing and get going.
Right. It was like a couple hundred members or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think they had reached 1,000 by that time.
Yeah.
Maybe they had, but still 1,000's not that much. Like, it's that's small, especially for the endeavor that it eventually became. I mean, it's a it's billions of dollars now, and every country that allows us to be in their country, we're in. So it's like, we're very like,
Yeah.
all those things. So
Yeah. But you know me and my feelings toward the, the dummy companies that they built and tried to hide and
yeah.
Well,
and that's what's hard too, because it's like I believe them when they say that it wasn't like, I don't think the prophets. I think they got bad advice from people they trusted.
Yeah,
that's what I
bad
feel.
intent and
and those people might have had bad intent. I don't know. So like, I don't believe that it was the prophets that had the. But still,
right.
There's like, it's about transparency. It's about like, okay, like this happened.
But then it's like, where's your law of discernment, dude? You should have known.
Sure, like
you're
there's
the prophet,
things, right? And so so there's things that like, it's like, and the thing is they should have had. Those are that's a good point. So like questions should be asked like that, and then they can be like, well, yeah, like this is why we would still consider ourselves prophets, even though that is a good point. That's a good question. Not just to be like, okay, like the book is sealed on it and we're not, going to answer anything else about it. It's like, well, no.
Yeah,
and you still need to answer.
Yeah,
for some things we feel.
Yeah, they said
and
that chapter is closed.
Yeah,
and it's that bugs you.
That is frustrating. Like that. Yeah,
we consider this matter closed, and it's like, oh, you do.
Yeah, and the thing is like, well, maybe you guys do, but we as the members, we have more questions. And like, yes, it's like Oaks when he. And I think it's taken a little out of context. This might have been just a bot game.
You guys crushed them.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
a minute 30 left.
This might be a bot game, but it might not be actual players that were playing. So that might be sad for me. Well, I'll be able to tell once the game is over.
Right.
But no, it's like, it's just like, someone ran into our church a couple years ago when Jamie was in nursery, and he went through the wall, and Jamie normally sits right where that was. So had he been sitting there, he would have been crushed by the car and the bricks and the table that he would have been on. Probably would have killed him. Okay. I heard that this happened and obviously made sure that Jamie was okay. And, this is definitely a bot game. Players are not that stupid. They just gave me a little bit of like, hey, you've lost too many times. We're going to help you out. I hate it when they do that. Makes me feel stupid. But 4 points is 4 points, I guess. But so then I go and I'm like upset. I'm like, you know how I can be.
Yeah.
And I was like, and so the bishop was there and I was like, why aren't the police here? What's going on? And he's like, well, nothing bad happened. So we didn't call the police. And I kept it cool in front of him. But I went home and on Facebook, I ripped them all a new one. And I was furious.
Yeah.
And people came out and were upset, a little upset with me because I had put them on blast. I was just like, I don't care. And so people were having debates about it. And I was like, I don't care what you guys are saying. You as a church leader do not have the ability to determine whether the police should be called or not.
Right.
And it was an older man that had done this. And so it's the police need to come and determine whether he needs his license revoked.
Right.
I don't care that nothing bad happened. It could have happened and he could perpetrate something bad happening in the future.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely ridiculous that no one has been called still. And I ripped all of them, the leadership that day.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
I don't know if because nothing happened other than people were arguing. I don't know if those leaders even knew that I said anything. And it's like, and I hope they did.
Yeah.
Because, like, I support them when they do good things, but not when they do that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
oh, I'd be pissed too.
and that's the frustrating thing is it's like, and that's what makes it hard because it's like,
And it's like, what? Are you talking about mercy here? Like the dude ran through a wall.
Right.
And they're
it's
like, we need to be merciful
and, it's like,
and look the other way.
Right. And it's like, well, guess what? Justice can't be robbed by mercy.
Right.
Like that's literally our doctrine. So it's like mercy is given for like the consequence still has to be paid. And then mercy is given by the person who paid the price. That's what mercy is. That's the whole point of the Savior. He didn't just get to say, oh, well, all your sins are forgiven just because I say so.
Right.
No, he literally had to pay the price for our rebellion.
Right.
And then we can be saved through his grace. That's literally the point. But justice has to be served. And then after justice is served by whoever does it, then mercy can be given by the person who paid the price of justice.
Like how did the guy just drive away?
They just, they pulled his car out, I guess, and fixed the wall, and that was that. And it's just like, and it's absurd. And that's crazy, dude. And that's the thing is like,
that's nuts.
Yeah, it is.
That's absurd, man.
It's way absurd. I know. Like, and the thing is like, that's what I keep saying.
And then you hear these stories of them pressing charges against homeless people for trying to get warm in your buildings.
Yeah.
And it's like your buildings are sitting there empty 98% of the time.
Right. And honestly, if a person, because it's like, I get that. It's like, okay, like we don't want, people to use
just
our
anyone
buildings
to walk in.
And it's
I
like,
get that.
yeah, it's like we get it, but it's like, then we need to we should probably find solutions to how to help these people that are in those, like, and look,
but
I think the church does a lot of good things and they do a lot of good things in this vein. I do. And like, but the thing is like what we're talking about is.
But now there shouldn't be a single homeless person freeze to death in Utah.
Right. And like,
you know what I mean?
Right,
like that's how I feel.
Yeah. We should have the community aspect of, yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say is like, I still, with all the warts that the church has, I still believe it to be the Christ church, but you're making it hard for everyone else to be able to discover that because of these things that you're making it harder.
Yeah.
And if you listened, maybe just listen to some of your members who also have these ideas or concerns. And then maybe that can help you put the church in a direction that benefits more because people do care about other people. We don't necessarily, because like me, I have a beard, I have long hair. You look more like a Mormon than I do.
Right.
I
don't have an earring and I don't have tattoos.
Right. So it's like people would think that about you way before they would think it about me. And that's what's so silly about it. And
yeah.
And so it's like, and the sad thing is there's a lot of times that we in the church act a little too much like the Pharisees and not like the followers of Christ.
Right.
And that is something that we need to change. And that's something that we should be willing, like, we do good things. I think the church maybe gets a bad rap sometimes more than they deserve. But even saying that, there's still issues like you're saying. Like, and it's reasonable, like reasonable people can hear that and know that and be honest about it. Like, so it's like your concerns. It's like because it's like I keep saying, I believe it to be Christ Church, or at least even let's even take it a little bit bigger picture than that. It teaches good things about the gospel of Jesus Christ, even if you just think, oh, it's just another church like Catholics or Evangelists, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. That's not. I don't even need to really argue that point.
Yeah.
But it teaches good principles values, all those things, which are good for society. But then if you're trying to make it more appealing, it's like the people that have these issues, like you, like my brothers, that have actually caused you guys to leave and have caused you guys to have these different things. It's not about like capturing you guys again to be like, oh, say I was right, like we're the church. No, it's like, it's more about like the good that the capacity for good that we are capable of, that then could lead to the benefit of so many people.
Right.
So many people. And then being able to count ourselves as, because we as LDS people are also attacked because people don't think that we're Christian. And it's like, guys, like we believe in Christ. Like, I understand why you say that. I understand like where it's coming from. And so I try to be understanding of it, but it's like, no, we believe the guy who was on the cross is our savior. Even if we think that maybe like we have difference of opinions of what his doctrine meant or talked or whatever, but those are semantics, because like we all could be helping people, like you're saying, like helping the homeless or helping whoever it is, whatever societal ill that is available. LDS people could be, with more transparency, could even do more to help these people. And like you're saying, there's a lot of good ideas that come out of a lot of people that if we maybe did a better job of so like me, like you wouldn't even judge me to be LDS.
Right.
I probably won't have callings because of earrings and that kind of stuff. But then it's like, well, but I'm also a teacher. It's like, perfect example. Tried to be a seminary teacher. They didn't want me, and I have good reason to believe why they didn't want me. But it's like, guys, like I have a proven track record with youth. Proven, like in a different sphere. And the thing is if you gave me the sphere of the gospel, you know how much more successful I could be? Like, how much I could, like, good I could do? And I have all this experience in a different realm doing it. But because of the way you must have it, right? Like you must have people look this way. You are denying me the opportunity and denying potentially me being able to help. And that's all I want to do. If I could be a seminary teacher, I would do it tomorrow. Like all I want to do is preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's it. That's why I always end our streams with "Come unto Christ," because that's it. Like he's it for me. I definitely embody that whole vision of just like I want him, and that's it. Like I've almost died in his name, so like I get it and would willingly do so. And so it's just like, but yeah, people are just kind of caught up with things that don't matter, or they don't give transparency to things that do maybe matter for people, and it would be very helpful if they were more transparent. And so yeah
and I think there's so many different reasons why people leave or don't like a certain thing. And it's not a one size fit all. Or this world would be very, very simple. And it's just not.
Right.
Right. Like,
well, we have so many different
no
needs.
matter how much the conservatives talk and are like, that was such a mandate. That was such an important thing that we did. We killed them. Democrats need to just go away. Never show their face in public again. And it's like, I'm sorry. Democrats are going to come back.
Right.
There's going to be something. And there's going to be someone more charismatic. And do better.
Yeah.
And they're going to have power again. That's the way the world works.
Right.
And it's like, and yes, like, sorry.
Take that, other team. Sorry, sorry. Go ahead.
And it's like,
well, and the thing is nothing's actually been done yet. Yeah. That's the other problem, right? It's like, yes, we did all this stuff, so you better keep your end of the deal.
Yeah.
Like, you better do what you've been saying.
Right. And it's like, or Democrats are going to come back even sooner.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh, they sure wanted me.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll let you all score 100 points. We just want that Pikachu.
Not him.
Yes, he must die. Sounds good.
Yeah. And it's like, man, I don't know. So, but man, I think it hasn't been a good 10 years for the church. Like, they've been very judgmental, and a lot of Pharisee versus, Pharisees versus the sinners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
well, and it's like so many things that didn't need to be, just things that didn't need to be the way that they have ended up. Like, they definitely could have, man, we still might lose this game, man.
Ugh.
Like, we needed Dum Dum over here to come and defend our goal, and he just decided to not.
Jeez.
We should be fine. We should be fine. Well, and that's the thing too, is it's like, because it's just like I'm preaching. It's like, you and my brothers are never going to be able to even make the Travell back because of the concerns you have, on top of like the continuing problem of not being transparent and not not being able to actually address your concerns. Because as soon as people actually address the concerns of people, then that's when kind of doors open a little bit, or windows open a little bit. And honestly, it would be easier for all of us.
Yeah.
If we just knew more.
Yeah.
Like if we had and then we would be more easily able to do the things that the gospel requires. Because it's just like I was saying, it's like, if it's Catholicism, I will join tomorrow. Like, I don't care. Like, if it's Baptist, I don't care what it is. I will go there right now.
Yeah.
Like, I won't, and I don't care what anyone thinks about it.
Like, I would go back to church for my kids to have that community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
and that's
our
a
neighborhood,
good start. Right.
Like, our neighborhood when we grew up, there was, it was almost.
We grew up in an exceptional.
Yeah.
Lord.
It was an exceptional area to live because it was a very, like, every other house was an active person that had a huge family that you knew who you were, and you grew up with them for 10 years all the way through high school.
Right. And you had members that you felt like you could trust, and you had leaders that you felt like you could trust.
Yeah.
And you had your dad was a bishop, and like my dad was in the bishopric, and like Brittany's dad was in the bishopric. It's like
it's like the community.
I was in the bishopric when I came home.
And it was so important for that area itself to get friends.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I've been struggling with, because Cameron is so social. Owen is happy to watch TV all day, every day. It doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
But Cameron is so social, and it's like, I wish I had a neighborhood like that for you.
Yeah.
Cameron, where you had 5 houses you could choose to go hang out at.
Right.
And I knew I could call 5 different people and be like, where's my daughter? And one of them would no.
Right.
You know?
Well, and that maybe is a start that for you guys, and like you've done this with your kids, is like coming to our church. Maybe that's where you start.
Yeah.
Because even though it's not in the neighborhood, it's like, well, it's a good start to like building that community, and then the more consistency that happens, the better for them. And so it's like,
but then I think back and I'm like, but there's not very much conversation I could have with these people that I would agree with, you know? Like,
well, and that's what's hard.
Feel like I'm not being judged
right
for it. We're
Well,
not having 5 kids.
That is what's hard is like people, because it's like a give and take, right? It's like both sides of the coin. It's like we all have to be humble, but at the same time, it's like if you want people to be a part of the solution, or you want people to have callings, or you want people to like actually care about being a part of the community, you, just like you're saying, you can't be judged for the fact that you're a sinner, because that's the whole point that we go to church,
right?
Is because we're sinners. Like that's literally like people who aren't, like Christ taught, people who aren't sick have no need of a physician. And it's like, because we're all, and his whole point was we're all sick except for him. That's why he can give us his grace to save us. Right. And that's the point. And it's like, yeah, no, I agree. That's why we have to have, that's why conversations like this are important. And it's not about being right or wrong. It's about drawing, like the whole Christmas season. It's literally about drawing closer to Christ. That's it. And and that's why we need what we need. And then that's when you can get into the minutia of like, well, why is this the church I choose to go to instead of Catholicism, instead of other things? Right? Yeah. Well, we love you guys. I think we're going to end it right there. We actually did quite a long stream.
Yeah, so I'm good. Tired.
Yeah. But it was so fun. We ended on a good note. Pikachu is my bae. And I love all you guys. Again, message of this whole thing, coming to Christ, be saved. We love you. Have a good rest of your week.
Have fun.